Start by the
Desmond has a borrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in her band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And Molly says that she takes him by the hand. Bloody,
oh blada,
life goes on.
Oh blada, oh blada,
Na, life goes on.
life goes on.
LIFEGOESON.
सनिमको थिएन
त्यो गाना सुनेको छैनस्?
सनिमको थिएन अस्ति त्यो के तैँले मलाई म्यागजिनमा देखाएको थियो नि
के चाहिँ
सनिमले चाहिँ होइन यिनीहरूको त्यो हाम्रो पनि हुन्थ्यो नि म्यागजिनमा लास्टमा हुन्थ्यो नि लाइक अ सर्ट नोट फ्रम द स्टुडेन्ट लाइक फेयरवेल स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू सनिमले चाहिँ आई जस्ट वान्ट टु से 3 वर्ड्सहरू त्यसपछि 4वटा वर्ड
like a farewell speech हुन्छ नि. There was like a farewell article he wrote about like while leaving school, no? And the final line was like, I just want to conclude by saying like 3 words, no? And it was 4. It read, I will miss you guys. That's 4 words, man. Like,
But that's Sunny, man. That's Sunny.
फेमस हुन्छ यार अब
तिमीहरूले last week के गरेछ यार?
के भन्नु काम गर्दै के फिडब्याक पाइछ
केमा केको बारेमा?
लाइक अबाउट द फर्स्ट एपिसोड
I don't know, man.
मलाई द मोस्ट कमन फिडब्याक न फिडब्याक अब लाइक फिडब्याक नै भनौँ तिमीहरूको के वर्ड 1-2वटा चाहिँ बुझ्दैन अरे क्या कुन चाहिँ हेभी भनेको
हेभी अब कसरी
हेभी चाहिँ कस्तो हो भने हुन्छ
Crazy भने जस्तै अब in any terms.
नेपालीमा अब हुन्छ नि आई मिन लाइक नेपालमा खतरा भन्छ नि त्यसको इक्विभलेन्ट टाइपको हो क्या होइन तर त्यसलाई युज गर्ने चाहिँ पाराहरू छ क्या सो लाइक द मोर इन्टेन्स द्याट एक्सन इज त्यतिको लामो हुन्छ क्या त्यो वर्ड सो तैँले अब हि प्लेड वेल भन्छ होइन त्यसपछि हेभी खेल्यो हुन्छ नि बट हि प्लेड लाइक द बेस्ट गेम अफ हिज लाइफ भन्छ त्यसले चाहिँ हेभी खेल्यो
like if we're talking about then like our language Nepali itself is a very tone based language, you know, especially like where we like speaking about Darjeeling, like how they say amilo, right? They won't say just amilo, they will say like amilo, like how achar kasto thyo bhanda ke अब तितौरा कस्तो छ भने अमिलो भन्यो हुन्छ नि but fuck that they'll be like अमिलो त्यहाँ बुझ्दी अब क्या कस्तो हुन्छ
चिटिक्क परेको
अमिलो
But that's like mainly based on Darjeeling people here.
then amilo can be used in like
lot of contexts.
त्यो मान्छे चाहिँ अलिकति वियर्ड थियो भन्दा त्यो मान्छे अलिक अमिलो थियो
no, the most funny is like, oh, त्यसको खुट्टाको औँला हेर्न अमिलो छ त
हालेको थियो यार त्यस्तो खुट्टा चाहिँ अब लाइक त्यसको 4वटा चाहिँ ठिकै थियो नि हाम्रो बुढी औँला चाहिँ यतिको क्या बुढी औँलाले चाहिँ यस्तो ठाउँ खाइदिने क्या
हाम्रो ब्याचमा चाहिँ अक्षय भन्ने थियो कि वान अफ माई रियली गुड फ्रेन्ड्स त्यसको चाहिँ नि सबै औँला एउटै लेभलमा थियो नि त नत्र अब your fingers are like it goes up and down, right? That dude, his little finger till his big toe was like same level.
लेगोहरू चाहिँ
Oh, like चारपाटे क्या
My friend had a fucking thick fingers, man. Like एउटा साथी थियो जिग्मी भन्ने अस्ति आएको थियो नि काठमाडौँ सो एमएचमा पढ्दा होइन अनि एकचोटि मेरो औँला बिले टोकेको थियो है यस्तो सुनिरहेको थियो होइन लाइक इट वाज लाइक सोलन एज फक अनि यस्तो साथीसँग कम्पेयर गरेको हिज फिङ्गर्स वाज स्टिल फ्याटर देन माइन क्या सेन कार्विङ जस्तो हातहरू थियो त्यसको आम्बो
ससेज फिङ्गर्स
सञ्जय प्रसाद खाले
महाराष्ट्रमा महँगै छ
सिक्किमतिर अल्सो इज चिप होइन आसाममा पनि चिप थियो यार बट आसाममा दे युज टु बी ड्राई डेज क्या
त्यस लेडिज
बहिनी
हो बहिनी हो छोडिदिए
त के फिडब्याक पाएछ
फिडब्याक अब धेरै केटाको पाएँ अब है तर सन्दीपले चाहिँ के हो टेबलमा त खुकुरी र ननसक्स मात्रै छ त अरू के देख्दैन किन यस्तो अग्रेसिभ भन्ने कुरा
होइन त्यो अग्रेसिभ कुरा त्यो I personally feel, man, that Khukuri, you know, it'll unite us like as a symbol, you know. So that's the only reason it's there. It's not to get aggressive or like it's a symbol that unites all Nepali speaking people regardless of where you are, like in America or Nepal or Europe or India. You just speak Nepali, you can relate to what a Khukuri is, you know. It's not just an aggressive freaking weapon, but it's a symbol that unites people. So, and in this time where, you know, there's a lot of... Oh, मैले अघि तँलाई भनेको थिएँ।
Deja vu जस्तो लाग्यो। अघि भनेको थिएँ के हो साच्चै मैले पहिला देखिसकेँ जस्तो लाग्यो।
Just talking about that, you know, right now, since this guy brought it up. Throughout history, symbols have been like things in a society that can bring a society together, or it can like burn down a society, you know, like be it like a cross for the Christian community, or
swastika.
Yeah, for the Nazis. Like similarly, Khukuri should be the same for us all, like Nepali. I wouldn't say Nepalese because even people from Darjeeling, Gorkhaland, you know, shout out to Gorkhaland, man. I don't know. They use Khukuri as a symbol to try and bring people together. And I think we from Nepal can do the same.
I think that part of the world is more proud of the Khukuri than this part of the world, man. Darjeeling or okay?
Yeah, they use it if they have to, in defense because or in offense.
I don't see.
Yeah, त्यहाँनिर like because you're like put in this अब के भन्ने एउटा concoction type like with so many other cultures छ नि त. So then you have to stand out के. Then you need something to make you stand out. तर अब नेपालमा त भए पनि नेपाली हुन्छ नि. तर इन्डियामा त अब like त्यही नर्थ इस्टमै कतिवटा छ हैन. So maybe that's why पनि तिनीहरु अलिकति endearing लाग्छ like नेपालीपन जगाउने चीजहरु.
No, it's just not that area, you know, the whole world knows what a Khukuri is, you know that.
Yeah.
The British Army, they can let everyone, they acknowledge the efficiency. Whoever designed the Khukuri, man, we should look that up. Who designed the freaking Khukuri? It's like the blade, you know, it's like a 1/ kill as well, and you can stab is a kill as well, a slash is also a kill. So in like close like combat, man, Khukuri, man.
त्यो अर्को त्यो ठुलोहरु चाहिँ कसले बोक्थ्यो?
कुन चाहिँ ठुलो?
त्यो चाहिँ सुरुपाते के भन्छ नि?
त्यो त क्याटलहरुलाई किल गर्नु होला हो खासमा प्राइमरी युज.
But that's also
the first Khukuri to ever exist was belonged to a king called Drabya Shah रहेछ नि त. It's in the museum still रहेछ.
Drabya Shah, yeah. Sounds like a rapper name.
Drabya Shah. Drop your Shah.
It's taken out of Macedonian को पहिला उ रहेछ Alexander को sword हरुबाट derive गरेछ नि त.
I see. No, that
Alejandro को बड़ा calling flip calling
के भन्छ?
But त्यही त let's talk we stuck in lockdown हैन.
First of all, tell and what do you mean by SAS?
SAS is like our school in Kalimpong, you know. It's one of the best schools in Darjeeling district.
It's an all boys school.
It's an all boys school.
St. Augustine school.
Man, crazy place, man, crazy place.
त्यसपछि अर्को चाहिँ अब
So these two went to SAS
and MH. MH is in Darjeeling.
I went to SJS St. Joseph School, North Point.
St. Joseph's College हैन?
Huh?
St. Joseph College
School. College the अर्को थियो नि.
ए अलग हो.
So what? So the people who don't know,
but they broke up, I think. Huh?
People who don't know, MH and NPJ is like
they broke up.
sister school no भनौं हैन, is like very close by.
So the school that these two went to and the school that I went to are like major rivals.
I think the greatest rivalry in Darjeeling district.
Yeah, Darjeeling, for those who do not know, Darjeeling is like one of the best hill stations. And it used to be. It still is for me, you know. It has an emotional connect with me. And us, I mean. Like, it's one of the best hill stations in India. In the world, let's say, right? It's called the Queen.
Obviously,
Queen of Hills.
Queen of Hills.
You get the world famous Darjeeling tea over there.
Yeah, besides the tea, it's known for like
But more than the place, I think it's the experience in Darjeeling.
Yeah, the whole town is based around like education, tourism as well. Because there's like so many schools, like almost 10, 12 schools within a radius of like 20, 30 kilometers.
And all the schools are top notch.
Boarding schools that were started by British.
Christian missionaries or Swedish missionaries.
Yeah, all of them Catholics, them Protestants all decided to go up to that hill and start off schools and start preaching. It's the So all of our schools are like almost 100+ years old. And
MH is the oldest,
rich history and
I know. Yeah.
Even
which
like-
rich history, man.
our like
Our king, late king, also studied in your school, North Point.
yeah.
को पारस पनि त्यहाँ पढाएन
Paras,
Oh,
man.
yeah, he studied there, but he got kicked out, man.
Birendra चाहिँ, he was like
He
a
got-
good student in
He got caught
King
drunk or
Birendra.
something.
Right.
Even like Bhutanko kings and Sikkimko families top like, but regardless, like it's a school for everyone. Like the best part is like why we love that part is because regardless of your background, your social status, your religion, you all come together in a boarding school, right? And that gives you the
Sense of
experience of brotherhood and gives you the sense of the outer world outside.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's really important, you know, in our growing, I think in our upbringing, man. Because I'm not comparing with anybody's upbringing here, by the way. Just saying, I'm just telling our side of the story. Like, we grew up in that manner, like where we started respecting. Like for example, man, we're from a Hindu Buddhist country, right? My family is a Buddhist Hindu family. So is yours.
Yeah.
I don't know what you.
Hindu family,
right? But we went to like a proper Christian school
Catholic man
for like
Roman Catholic.
yeah. Every time I pray, you know, I say the Lord's Prayer, like Our Father, you know, because we grew up that way. I'm not a holy person, religious person, but sometimes when I say a prayer, I'll be like naturally you'll be like Our in the name of the Father and so on, like, and I'm not even a Christian, like. So that upbringing has like molded us in such a way like we respect all religion and people from all backgrounds, and that gives us, I think, the right to at least preach about it a little bit, especially in these times because recently, you know, in Nepal, like there's been this huge case, right?
रुकुमको
I don't know, man. Some people, because of that caste issue.
Rukum.
Oh yeah, man, that's a fuck. के भएको? And
So
then,
Rukum is the newest declared district in Nepal, and that's like a weird place, man. Like very isolated, and like the backward means are socially, you know. So I think I don't know, man.
So it's a very delicate topic again.
अति delicate
like we have no right to like give our verdict. Like especially, man, I was on the like media, social media, and on the internet, and suddenly there are media channels and like some like I don't know, celebrities. I don't know what the hell you call them. Everyone's a celebrity these days. So like they're going and giving like verdicts already, you know, without even hearing all the story. They don't even know the facts proper. Like it's a caste issue, and like fuck casteism and racism and all that bullshit happening. But you know, but you gotta listen to all sides of the story and not just like in for like just to feel good, you know. They post like, okay, that was bad and feel good, but without even knowing what's up. So, but they gotta use their influence better to tackle these social problems, I think, rather than just like not even knowing the issue properly and just talking out of their ass, like, you know.
त्यो अति यहाँ त्यो उ त्यो छ के साइड लिने ट्रेन्ड छ के अनि एभ्रीवान ओभर हुन्छ नि अब सिन्स युआर सेलिब्रिटी युआर एक्सपेक्टेड टु बी प्रोग्रेसिभ हुन्छ नि एन्ड देन अब थिङ्स द्याट फल अन टु द्याट अब प्रोग्रेसिभ साइड हुन्छ नि सो सेलिब्रिटिजहरूले त्यो स्ट्यान्स लिइहाल्छ कि एन्ड इफ दे डोन्ट अब ब्याकल्यासहरू देखिस् नि अस्ति त्यो एक्ट्रेस के थियो त्यो होइन
वर्षा रावत
त्यस्तो भएको थियो.
She spoke about the border issue actually.
What border?
The Lipu Lake border issue, and she was like, I don't know how I'll face my friends, my Indian friends, and I don't know how my Indian friends are gonna face me because it's gonna be really awkward, you know. But people took it in a whole different meaning.
So अब त्यो अति एन्टरनेसनलिस्टिक टाइपको भयो के.
And people were like, I'm gonna
It's not, but then अब
no, like what? Okay, sorry.
And the people were like, I'm gonna fucking rape you, and अति त्यो cyberbullying, cyber harassment.
0 to 100.
Like she was like, त मोदीको के हो त मोदीको बुढी हो त लाइक भेरी एक्सप्रेसिभ टर्म्स होइन अति वियर्ड थियो यार नेपाली क्राउड चाहिँ यतिकै जङ्गिन त्यस्तोले चाहिँ द्याट वाज लाइक अननेसेसरी म्यान अति
तर त्यो पनि इट्स लाइक अब के भने हुन्छ नि अब लाइक यस्तो भन्ने मान्छेहरू हुन्छ कि जति गरे पनि हुन्छ नि पहिला पनि थियो अहिले पनि छ पछि पनि हुन्छ कि बट द्याट्स लाइक अब इभन इफ इट्स लाइक 1% भनौँ न होइन त्यस्तो मान्छेहरू 1% छ नेपालमा कतिजना मान्छे छ 30 मिलियन होइन 30 मिलियनबाट अब लाइक 50-50 गऱ्यो भने पनि 15 मिलियन पिपल है केटाहरू अनि त्यसको 1% that's like कति man fuck that's
My math is super bad, man.
तर जे होस् हैन even
1.5
if it's like 1%
We
that's
get
a
it,
big
bro.
number okay?
1.5
हुन्छ नि and if that amount of people get a voice हुन्छ नि along with like anonymity अब इन्टरनेटमा they get that voice त्यो धेरै देख्छ नि त धेरैजना मान्छेले त्यस्तो खाले के भन्छ रियाक्सन पास देख्छ नि त तर अब it's still that same number of people हैन
Yeah, and also
तर
especially
voice मात्रै पाएको के
yeah,
उनीहरूले
these current times, right? Everybody's on the internet, right? Most of us are not working. Everyone's at home, bored of their minds.
Everyone has got their own opinion.
Opinions like an asshole. Everybody has one, like, right? And so, they get a voice and they just write bullshit and try to see if they get a reaction from other people and get a thrill out of it.
So I think that Rukum incident also is like a side effect of fucking Corona. Yeah? Lockdown.
It is.
Sorry. So before we proceed, तर यस्तो notification आउँदा यस्तो thrill भएको जस्तो हुन्छ.
Like केको notification आउँदा?
Like random like messages, like when you see a red icon on your phone. Like doesn't something trigger in your mind like
that's like a different kind of eye, oh.
Yeah. Don't you think so?
Dopamine.
Like yeah, kind of. If you want to get into like the science.
I don't know, like that's what like I've heard, because like our right now, हामीले the notifications are पाएको is like equal to like getting high, which releases dopamine. So त्यस्तै हुन थाल्छ हाम्रो bodies become like habituated that.
Yeah, because recently I realized I've been spending more time on social media than I used to before, and I've been like the last couple of months I have to watch like social media, what's up, like.
Refresh
Not I don't care about the corona news, but like stupid memes, like friends sharing memes and funny pictures and like some martial art like fights videos. It's like endless, like endless resource. Like,
fuck man. By the way, I heard like our IGTV ma pani you can get like the AdSense type of.
के is it?
IGTV छ नि so त्यसमा पनि YouTube type को I think they're going to have ads अनि त्यही अनुसारले you'll get paid I think so but only on IGTV I think just like Facebook Watch जस्तै so because like there's a lot of content creators YouTube के अरे Instagram base मात्रै छ नि त कतिजना अनि
so live team and donation गर्नु मिल्ने खाले
it's not donation type को ad देखाउँछ अनि त्यो ad revenue बाट like 51.49 हो कि कति हो
51 company takes
no you get it and 49 Instagram takes I don't know if it's 59 or 55 but this thing
but that's why people like streamers refuse to stream in YouTube because YouTube takes most of the cash that's like from them and that's why they stream in Facebook and
that's
Twitch
Twitch but you can get Twitch but it's like a very niche crowd but it's like,
dude, what are we saying about lockdown?
Oh, lockdown, man. That's that Rukum incident, man. For people who don't know,
No, screw that incident. That's none of our business. Like the story is still very like it's not
controversial.
Like it's very delicate topic.
Yeah,
they've sent a team to investigate.
When things are out, maybe if it doesn't go the right way.
But then like they भनेको like तैले भने जस्तै like हुन्छ नि फ्याक्ट्सहरु पाएको छैन मान्छेहरु they've already like given their version of like judgmentsहरु हुन्छ नि and it's all over social media हुन्छ नि अनि त्यसपछि अब एक दुई जनाले त्यो भयो जे एउटा स्ट्यान्ड लिन्छ नि like towards this or towards that हैन
but before we go forward but we are against social differences, right? We gotta make that clear. Fuck casteism, fuck racism.
Obviously,
right? Exactly.
In this like day and time, there man, fuck racist like.
फेरि हामी हैन यहाँ बसेर त्यसो सोच्दैन तर गाउँमा अलिअलि त हुन्छ के but then it's way better than what it used to be before के त्यो चाहिँ मान्छेले याद and change takes time man हुन्छ नि social changeहरु अब एक रातमै कहाँ हुन्छ
you know I have a point on that. It's like especially these freaking bloody influencers who act like super knowledgeable on these things, no? Their media audience are all against casteism because most of them are educated people, right? Who have done at least like education. The people who are like totally against casteism, like with casteism and like whatever, they're in the rural places, right? They have no like social media, so no internet. They should rather be going to villages and preaching and not us. Because last couple of days all my feed was like stop casteism, and I was thinking like dude I'm not even casteism, why are you like preaching to me? Because like it doesn't make sense. Go preach to people who are casteism.
Yeah.
What do you What do you think? I might be wrong, man.
त्यही हो अब त्यस्तो प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने त धेरै मान्छे त अब लाइक अलिकति रुरल ठाउँमा जहाँ अब लाइक द के भन्छ अथोरिटिज आर नट लाइक भेरी के भन्छ प्रेजेन्ट हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो ठाउँमा त प्र्याक्टिस हुन्छ बिकज लाइक इफ युआर इन अ सिटी होइन अब काठमाडौँतिर हो भने त देयर्स नो वे यु क्यान प्र्याक्टिस द्याट नि त होइन एजुकेसनमा यो लाइक यु अब एडमिसन लिनलाई अब तपाईँलाई लाइक दलित हो भनेर त नदिने त कुरै आउँदैन नि बिकज लाइक द्याट्स कन्स्टिट्युसनली इलिगल क्या सो अब गाउँघरमा चाहिँ अलिअलि स्टिल हुन्छ कसलाई रुरल ठाउँ
त्यो यस्तो यो लाइक all the casteism भन्दा नि त्यो when this like gives like reserved seats and all I think that's creating more casteism than यतिकै नै भन्दा हैन like they're saying you're equal भन्छ मान्छेहरु like there's no difference between you guys and all
no but that's a whole different thing because that's like them compensating for the times they were fucked in the past
but in
they were done wrong in the past
they were done wrong
so they want to make it compensate for that in current I'm okay I'm reservation
अलिकति हुनुपर्छ किन बिकज लाइक द एन्टायर अब उनीहरूको होल सेगमेन्ट अफ त्यो सोसाइटी हुन्छ नि दे लाइक ब्याकवर्ड के अब कोही पनि धनी छैन त्यहाँको नो वान इज एजुकेटेड इट्स लाइक अब रनिङ इन अ रेस वेयर लाइक यु हेभ टु स्टार्ट फ्रम लाइक द रेयरेस्ट एन्ड के एन्ड देन पिपल इन फ्रन्ट अफ यु आर लाइक रनिङ द सेम रेस होइन अन्त गाह्रो हुन्छ नि त त्यो भेट्नु
त्यसको लागि I've met Dalit people and also but
Kathmandu we're not talking about urban we're talking about the rural places
but when they come
that's what my point comes like when the bullshit on the internet social media everyone's a social justice warrior right don't point your freaking social justice warriors to you me or even Sanjay because we are not right rather go and preach if you want to preach right go and show with action because action speaks like 1,000 times louder than words right no one wants to show with action but just fucking preach like and it gets like hackneyed like oh like okay motherfucker like you want to preach like you know what I'm saying
त्यो फेरि अर्को लाइक हुन्छ नि हामीले जति अब इन्डिभिजुअली गर्छ नि कन्ट्रिब्युसन जे पनि होस् होइन यस्तो कुरामा अब सेयर गरेको होस् कि अर लाइक डोनेसन्सहरू दिएको होस् अब कसलाई अहिले रिसेन्टली त्यो माइग्रेन्ट्सहरूको त्यो पनि भइरहेछ नि त आइरहेछ होला होइन अब मान्छेहरूलाई डोनेट गर भनेर स्प्रेड त गरिरहेको छ अब मैले पनि गरिसकेँ 2-3 चोटि होइन बट देन आई डाउट द्याट रियली हेल्प्स लाइक द बिगर प्रब्लम के अन्त अब सोच्दा अब लाइक we're going to have like an influx of like 700,000 to 800,000 migrants होइन अब त्यत्रो जनालाई त डोनेसन हामीले 10-20 रुपियाँ 100-200 रुपियाँले त हेल्प हुँदैन नि त त्यसको लागि त लाइक यु निड गभर्मेन्ट असिस्टेन्स के प्रपरली एन्ड देन नो वान्स लाइक ड्राइभिङ दिस मुभमेन्ट टुवर्ड्स द्याट हुन्छ नि लाइक द गभर्मेन्ट इज जस्ट लाइक फोल्ड देयर आर्म्स इज लाइक ओके लेट दिस ह्यापन खालि हुन्छ नि सो पिपल आर लाइक डोनेसन देऊ डोनेसन कति नै हुन्छ त्यो डोनेसनले कति नै हेल्प गर्छ र but then like त्यही मुभमेन्टलाई हुन्छ नि इफ यु डिरेक्टेड टुवर्ड्स लाइक आस्किङ लाइक द गभर्मेन्ट यो किन नभएको बिकज अब हाम्रो कन्ट्रिब्युसन जति सानो भए पनि कलेक्टिभली जति ठुलो भए पनि त्यो गभर्मेन्टले जति गर्नु सक्ने मोबिलाइज गरेर आफ्नो रिसोर्सहरू त्यो त कम्पेयर गर्नु गाह्रो हुन्छ सो लाइक पिपल सुड बी आस्किङ गभर्मेन्ट के लाइक कलेक्टिभली हुन्छ नि किन नगरेको यो आज बल्लदेखि के नामहरू कलेक्ट गर्ने के इन्फर्मेसनहरू भेरिफाई गर्ने भनेको छ होइन अब माइग्रेन्ट्सहरू को छ बाहिरतिर त्यस्तो आफ्टर लाइक अलमोस्ट 65 days म्यान त्यो त पहिला गर्न सक्दैन थियो त्यति एउटा लाइक कलेक्ट गर्ने इन्फर्मेसनहरू त
त्यही man my mom and my brothers also stuck in Thailand man fuck it's been like
your mom is in Thailand
my mom is in Thailand man
she's stuck there for how long
man it's like more than 2 months मेरो भाइको एडमिसन गर्न गएको थिएँ खासमा कलेजमा ब्याचलर्समा एक A-back.
मलाई आन्सर थाहा छ sorry coming back to that thing and I feel the culture our culture we cannot speak for other culture we can only speak for our culture has a basic core fundamental like flaw is like we are all Nepalis right but even within that happens in like Kathmandu also like we like to segregate I can say that because I come from a mixed marriage you know so do you my mom's Tibetan my dad's a Newar so it's like two different cultures that previously did not like wed or something somehow my dad found my mom a Tibetan lady they married so I can talk a little bit on that because our Nepal rest of still today they still prefer like marrying like Newars marrying Newars Tibetans marrying Tibetans like Chetris or whatever, the different castes, Gurung, right, whatever. And talking about that, that's kind of, if you want to progress, that's a basic flaw, because that does not unite us. If you ask me, man, if given the chance, Nepal would like segregate more countries itself.
Yeah, that they would definitely do that, man.
Then if that core value is wrong from the we've heard of divide and rule, right? Like how the British like divided Hindus and Muslims in the past and like governed them. Don't you think we're the victims of the same? Like Newars, Limbus, blah blah blah, this and that, Sherpas, blank, dang, boom, whatever.
From the society?
No, like from the society, and it's enforced by the government as well.
In government, I think it's like political parties would take advantage of that.
Yeah, political. That's what I meant.
Because
actually.
like I would tell you, like if you're from like a certain community, and then that community is like mixing with other communities, तेरो vote bank the dilute हुन्छ नि त हैन. So they like बरु त्यो गर्नलाई चाहिँ they can sort of, I'm not accusing anyone हैन, but then like that's my hypothesis है. अनि they can divide that हैन by increasing communalism, and त्यसपछि he can have his like vote secured के, because his voters are not mixing with other people. Their ideologies are not getting mixed हैन. So like it ensures that के. So त्यसैले त कतिवटा अब नामै भन्दिम के हो छ हैन कतिवटा बडिजहरु who want like like just one religion for the whole country हैन. Actually म भन्नु आयो भने नाम पनि थाहा छैन के.
Yeah, dude.
So they want a Hindu state, Nepal to be a Hindu state.
That's what I meant. That's our like basic flaw. Its foundation itself is like so divided, you know. How can we go forward? And coming back to symbolism, right? That's why the freaking Khukuri. If there's any symbol that can bring everyone together, you know, even Marwaris living in Nepal can vibe with like Khukuri. You know what I'm saying? It's a symbol that can bring people together.
It can, but then like कतिवटा चीजमा फेरि मान्छेहरुले डिवाइड खोजिरहन्छ. त्यो अब like I don't know, man, it's a very slippery topic, because like
it's a very delicate topic, and opinions like everybody has one, right?
Because like अब मैले के भन्नु लाग्थ्यो कि I was talking about के भन्नु लाग्थ्यो
Bisay.
So today is the 65th day of the lockdown, you know?
Yeah, you had like some stats on lockdown, right? Like
I don't know about anything, but during this 2 months period, there have been like 875 suicides, man, in Nepal.
Dude, okay, before that, I just want to be like grateful that we come from families that are super like, it's just a matter of inconvenience. It's not about like going out and struggling for food or water. It's just inconvenient staying inside. We're getting our meals, right? We're getting roof, we're getting shelter, like we're getting clothes. We cannot complain, but at the same time we cannot just sit back and like be okay with what stuff's about. And I understand most of the keyboard warriors are like pissed off with that, like.
Yeah, man.
So
so
like there, like you said, like we were discussing earlier, you said like there are super cases, insane increase, spike in cases of like domestic violence, suicide rates, measles, maternal deaths,
prenatal.
What is that rare
prematernal?
Pour गरेको
के
तले हो
यसले गरेको मैले गरेको
अब त्यसको घाँटीमा खकार अड्किएछ खर.
Man, this cat is अति friendly, man. Unlike any cats I've met, yeah. Asto friendly, अब कुकुर जस्तै
हो त्यो laws हैन.
Actually, last time I was thinking, you know, like people say like dog people, no. But the most like insane dog person I've seen till now is this guy only. This guy.
I've had a lot of dogs, man.
Yeah.
Especially
you and like Prithul Bhai's household also, and my Birganj household also. But like among my friends, you know, you're the most like dog person.
So
like.
During 2010, 2011, we acquired like 3-4 dogs. We had a Saint Bernard, you know. Saint Bernard is a fucking huge dog, and our Saint Bernard was like 105 kilos, 110 kilos, which had won like 2 back-to-back dog shows in 2 years consecutively. Back-to-back जितेको. बालवटा के रे?
100 kgs.
105. अनि टाउको यत्रो थियो ब्रो मेरो टाउको डबल थियो
देखे थिए नि
and it was the friendliest dog man ever
Burani
Kantama so at that time my dog was pregnant and हामीले बच्चा we were selling the kids हैन so I didn't know Pranay at that time and Pranay is a friend of ours है अनि
in Australia
he's in Australia so I didn't know him अनि त्यतिखेर his brother and his wife now they had come to acquire the dog के so I didn't know them पछि गएर चाहिँ ए दाइ यो त मेरै कुकुर हो नि खाले भयो
and तेरो त्यो boxer थियो नि rest in peace
Marley that guy was a like fucking good dog Marley
but he was a horny dog but it's alright
but he had a good life man. He had a good life
he was doing dog things
कति वर्ष हो
Marley lived for around like 10 years man
ए हो
and his current dog that American bully man that's another sweetheart
Zeppelin
man.
we'll post the photo but Marley was a good dog man his end was a little bad sad he had like cancer in 3 places man cancer in 3 places and pneumonia so when we took him to the vet his face was like swollen
oh shit
I
forgot another most dog person is my girlfriend also man I forgot matcha wala bhanera man she can really like dogs any stray dog man she'll like you'll just like she has something huncha ni her work is with the animals and the nature anyway you know but still like dogs man she has her way around dogs just like you do and I look at you guys and I want to learn some tricks you do just like get trust from any dog like it's not an easy thing man
Hitesh also has a nice dog man Siberian husky
त्यसको कुकुरको नाम के हो थाहा छ के हस्की हैन what husky Siberian husky Boyka Boyka Yuri Boyka
Yuri Chormachor Boyka
yeah
काटलाई oh salty
कट्दै गर्नु खोज्यो
oi fuck I felt that man
that's just
Achha
is being comfortable
cats are like super agile right
and they are super choosy also man fuck
it's the like बिरालोलाई उल्टा छोड्दिँदा it will flip on his legs
that's because of the tail
yeah they have like they get great balance from the tail
त्यो सानोमा बिरालोमा बस्दा बिरालो थियो क्या that was like my party trick हैन जो पनि घरमा आउँदा like I used to catch like the biralo and I used to say like हेर्ने हो yeah उल्टा बिरालो छोड्दै like you flip like and kind like pause like it's like yeah लास्ट सब बिरालोले गर्दा रहेछ yeah I was like shit that was the only trick I had man
सब बिरालो
so अघि हामी त्यो ब्रेक अगाडि के बोल्दै थियो
lockdown man
we're talking about police brutality also हैन
yeah dude
so rest of the world मा police brutality heavy भइराछ नेपालमा चाहिँ so what happened was
नेपालमा चाहिँ counter brutality
so what happened like 2 weeks ago was a group of Chinese people in front of Singha Darbar is like the parliament of Nepal भनौं न हैन
parliament
all the government offices are there major offices
I thought it was a museum man I swear
all the major like government offices are
it looks like a museum dude like,
yeah it's like very antique
Darbar like what
Singha Darbar
do you
पहिला
expect
like I don't know how many years ago it was fucking fully burned down it hasn't
yeah the history but get into your brutality
so
story,
what I mean was there were a bunch of Chinese people and so like and they were stuck in Nepal
they're spies dude like if you ask me
I won't be surprised
yeah
so they were like they wanted to go back to home China and so they were protesting and while protesting it got a little heated and the Chinese started charging man and there was an officer like a high level officer in the police DSP भनेको त अब high level post man people spend a lifetime to get to that post so that officer was in the video getting knee to the face man he was bleeding
kung fu
yeah man but
everybody loves kung fu fighting
fuck that man
racist but come on
with the same race man it's okay man.
no but still kung fu came from China right so
no they may know kung fu and shit but fucking being a DSP means like yeah high level officer man you must know at least how to defend yourself so
you got knee to the face
knee to the face man
Muay Thai
DSP भनेको त अब high level officer हो and the most surprising thing was there was no guns there There were no guns there. But I'm not suggesting you use the guns. I'm not suggesting you use the guns.
Just intimidate.
When you're carrying a shotgun, who will fucking dare to slap you to the face, man? No one would dare you to slap to the face.
Dude, I think that was an embarrassment if you ask me.
Yeah, man. Especially being a like high level officer,
Yeah.
you must know at least some self defense to defend yourself, man.
Dude, what happened to
You're
them?
not working in fucking.
Did they press charge against that?
Yeah,
Chinese
they
dude?
pressed charge against them, and those guys went to jail, but they got bailed out for 5,000 rupees, man. That's like
Yeah.
$50.
For kneeing a dude on the like
Yeah.
the DSP on the face.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
5 grand.
5 grand.
Sounds affordable. Yeah. Sounds worth it.
Sounds worth it. He has a story to tell, man,
Yeah.
when he goes back. So, and the guy who need
No, you can't
the
go
DS,
back.
the guy who need the
No, if
DSP
and when he
is-
does, you'll go back and have
okay,
a crazy
okay.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be in his like Chinese town saying like, hey.
He may not
you
tell
know
it to his
that-
friend, but he to his son. He'll definitely tell it to
Yeah,
his
but
son.
I
man.
need that police guy from Nepal, man. Like, okay, like
That was
it's, like, good
super
for him.
weird,
Like, he
man.
has a good story to like
So I
for
think
the rest of his life. Yeah.
What I was trying to get to the point was
But
like,
that was an embarrassment if you ask me, as the Nepalese like.
as like
getting
the,
knee to the face
the
and
armies and in other countries like they induce some kind of like martial arts into their training, man, like jiu-jitsu or something.
Yeah,
So I think yeah, छैन नि bro. Like karate भन्छ हैन, but like I don't think they fucking do anything, man. Like katas and all that shit, but
Like, they don't do
different
combat
shit.
training, or
They don't. I don't think so, man. Otherwise, he could have defended himself. हैन होला.
Is there a video?
There's a video about that.
of him getting kneed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a video.
I haven't seen it.
And the guy who knees him is a lanky guy. Fucking lanky. I like. You can sleep him in a punch, khale ke.
Honestly, what I thought when I first saw the video, I thought that guy was picking up something. The DSP, I thought he was picking up something from the ground. And घोप्टिरहेको थियो अनि अर्को चाहिँ चान्समा डान्स गरेर I thought it was that.
Like that was
but
like
then
a
फेरि
strong
हेर्दाखेरि
knee to the
चाहिँ
face, man.
it's
Like
not.
Masvidal shit.
That wasn't a knee against the DSP, you know, if you ask me. It was
No.
knee against the whole Nepalese system.
Exactly,
like,
man. Against the whole police academy, man. Actually.
How like helpless we are. Like, 'cause if they do something bad, if the roles were reversed, imagine you and me in like China as a regional manager of Vivo, and we need a shit out of a Chinese cop, man. You think we come back?
Nah, man.
त्यो फोटो खिच्यो भने ठ्याक्कै
You think we're
मिम
gonna come
बनाउन मिल्छ है त्यो फोटो ठ्याक्कै खिच्यो भने क्या नि भेट्दै गरेको चाइना नेपाल इट इज व्हाट इट इज हैन त्यही त भइरहेछ
Take it to the face. like, yeah.
No, I'm still like, अब American copहरूलाई त्यस्तो knee हाने भए चाहिँ, bro, what would have happened? Or
Just
any
right.
other cop, man.
Shot, man.
For sure, man.
Shot to the face.
For sure. So what I was trying to say, like, I think our Nepal police and Nepal police system should at least like indulge some mixed martial arts, man, like
Any
jiu-jitsu
combat
or
training,
judo
man,
or at least boxing or anything, man, just to protect themselves. Like especially jiu-jitsu, I think so, man.
No, but
Because
they have a baton or something, right? Didn't they have a baton that?
They
they didn't have a baton, bro. They had a bamboo stick.
Yeah, man.
Motherfucking bamboo stick, bro.
Bro, eco-friendly, bro. What do you expect? Like,
के
you
भन्नु
gotta
म्याम
lead
सुटले
in
खानु
it, yeah?
पानी खानु म्याम सुटले
No, but I think like if like the Nepalese police learns like some jiu-jitsu or something, they can like handle situations better, man. Like if you have to like
Dude.
arrest someone or like
Yeah.
capture someone or something, you can
I
just
thought
take
they
them
did,
down
man.
and easily like handcuff them or
न
anything.
त लाइक पुलिस एकाडेमी कति 2 वर्ष होइन
Yeah, man. Like
2
once
वर्ष मास पास मात्रै गराउँछ
once you get like through the exams and the interviews and all, and there's like 3 months waiting period, and after that you get called for the training in police academy, and where you spend a year and a half for the police, but for the armed police force and army is like 2.5 years, and then you become second lieutenant or an inspector or like assistant sub inspector. But man, what do they do in the fucking training, man?
मास पास मात्रै गराउँछ
So from what I've heard, what they
Bending
do
bell
in the training, they run early in the morning. They run, then they have a class, then they do obstacle race, the monkey climb, the fucking rope climb and shit, and then again some
Vivoको
lecture.
म्यानेजर पछाडिबाट खेद्दै आएर भाग्नुलाई
Soft terrain भाग्न सक्ने हो.
त्यो पेभमेन्टको त्यो रेलिङको उफ्री गरेर द्याट्स स्याड म्यान आई थट मैले अस्ति एउटा भिडियो चाहिँ हेरेको थिएँ कि अल जजिरामा सो त्यसमा चाहिँ एपिएफ होला एपिएफ नै होस् ला सो दे डुइङ अल द्याट पुरा गरिरहेको थियो एटलिस्ट त्यो चाहिँ गरिरहेको थियो
Karate is an effective
Yeah, man. If
martial
used
art,
well.
but come on, karate in itself is, you gotta add boxing or like.
But then that's still better than nothing.
It is, yeah.
At least अब त्यो भिभोकोमा जस्तो घोडा लिँदै आएको भए हो दिनु मिल्थ्यो नि कि त भाग्नु पर्थ्यो obstacle race जस्तो हैन.
No, but that was like a weird incident, man. Because about fuck other countries, na. If a Nepali guy would have done that same shit to the cop, what would have been the outcome, man?
Die, man.
Because our friend just told a cop yaar, and he got slapped to the face, man.
Endearment term, man. Yaar, man.
Yaar, man. It's like it's not even like a derogatory term.
What तिम्रो यार हो?
Just like what's up, bro? Khale. It's just
Shout out to Kalden.
यत्रो सानो हुन्छ किनको ego.
And the cop who slapped him, his name was Singham. Motherfucking Singham.
For serious?
No, they called him Singham.
Oh.
That's his reputation he earned.
Dude, okay. Dude, I have a bunch of rants in me, but what do you think about like right now the current situation in Nepal is like a bit anti-India, like don't you feel?
Bro, yeah,
don't
man.
you feel that?
I don't know, man. It's
Because of all this border dispute, alright? And also people are pissed off because the virus is entering via India, right?
Yeah.
India. So there's this like sentiment towards India. Listen, man. All my closest friends are Indians. Like we have no issue. We were born and we were bred in India. Like most of our education that we got was in India. So we have no right to like judge. It's politics, right? Nobody has a right to get in politics because we're not politicians. It's a very delicate topic, man. It's a very delicate topic. But at the same time, man, I have a fucking opinion. You have one, right? You have one. We are like free, right? It's a free world last time we checked, right? So we are free to give our opinion. My opinion is right now there's this sentiment in Nepal that's like anti-India, like everyone's in the edge, getting triggered about anything anti-India. And you know what's made it worse? The Indian media.
Yeah. There.
In the conscious level, okay, it's the Indian media because you can see it, right? You know what I'm saying? But in the subconscious level, you know what I think is even worse? Bollywood, man. Don't you think so?
The way they portray us?
Not the way they portray us, just the way how they shape. Because Nepal, is, I think, has like one of the most hip and heavy like intakes of, they consume Bollywood. Okay, Nepal as a general. I'm not saying I fuck Bollywood. I don't watch anything. I know most of us do not, but the average Nepali person, they know normal Hindi songs. They know all the actors, actors, alright, all the movies, the latest ones. And they go down. Even in freaking Nepali marriages, man, there's no Nepali music. It's dominated by Hindi music. Alright? And now suddenly, we do all the marriage traditions, we all copy from Hindi. Hindi, whatever we see in the movies. People want to do that, feel all good about it. And suddenly we are surprised that India is trying to encroach in the borders, man. No, suddenly listen, man, let me finish. Suddenly people are like surprised, like they're encroaching in the border while they're already encroaching in our minds. You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Deep. No,
that was a shower thought, man, I had the other day. Like people jam to all the Hindi movies. It's all bullshit. They're feeding our youth, man. You know
but I think that's the reason. I think that's the main reason why there are so many rape cases in Nepal, man, right now. Because अब सबजनाले Indian movie नै हेर्छ. Indian movie मा पहिला 90s they used to glorify raping, man. Like fucking Shakti Kapoor is known for raping in movies. हो कि हैन भन्न bro. Shakti Kapoor is fucking famous.
In real life he was a rapist, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
I think
fuck that guy, man.
I'm not sure, but I think so.
No,
like you said, proper point. He said they reinforce like stalker behavior, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's okay for the hero to like stalk this lady until she gives in, like she's like no you ugly ass, like I don't want your ugly ass, like. But he does some like Hrithik Roshan, dude, he's moving until she said yeah, like.
And गाउँतिर पनि they watch all this Savdhan India and be like man she's man मन गर्दिम क्या हो that फस्ने त हैन रहेछ खाली And
This is
and it's like,
but then
See,
but there are sick people like that,
exactly.
man, who get inspired by them.
At the same time, then we wonder why isn't Nepalese like movies like coming forward. There are decent movies coming. It's a process, right?
There are some good movies.
We gotta
man.
endorse our own like local like artists.
But
Even like some Nepalese movies are
Nepalese
shit,
movies are fucking. They
Some are
try
good.
to copy Bollywood नि त.
Exactly. It's a copy.
गानाहरु हाल्देर.
It's a copy of a copy.
त्यही हो नि.
You know, Bollywood is copying Hollywood, and we are copying. It's not even. It's far from original, man. It's like copy of a copy. Like, how much more messed up can it get? Like, where's our real identity? Like, not to say I enjoy like Hollywood movies, some gang banging and like, you know, mafia, so like war movies. That's my jam. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing local to consume. So unless we make a fucking movie, this is a movie, man.
नेपाली मुभीहरू चाहिँ होइन 2-3 सेट छ कि एउटाले चाहिँ साउथ इन्डियन मुभीबाट चोर्छ एउटा चाहिँ बलिउडबाट चोर्छ एउटा चाहिँ कोरियन मुभीबाट चोर्छ यो 3टाबाट चोर्छ क्या अनि अब आज साँच्ची अब आई थिङ्क इट्स इन द बजेट होइन अबदेखि मैले अघि भनेको थिएँ नि लाइक अब फोर्थकमिङ इयरको मुभिजहरूमा इफ दे ह्याभ लाइक अब मुभिज द्याट आर अन द लाइन्स अफ लाइक नेसनलिजम patriotic खाले movies or I think the government is going to fund them or like give them a cards.
Yeah, I see. What do you think about that?
I like that idea, man. I think
nationalism.
that's one thing, you know, which I feel is like common. के सबै त्यो nationalistic countries हुन्छ नि like India मा छ नि हैन Bollywood मा अब हामी नै सानो हुँदा हेरेको न border भनेको सधैँ से
त्यो मुभीको बेस्ट सिन के छ भन्न last ending scene. I watched that movie so many times, man. And like last one, that Jackie Shroff guy, he comes and bombs the whole shit, right? He bombs the whole
he's the US Air Force
captain, right? And Sunny Deol, shout out to Sunny Deol. He's at the bottom fighting the war, like, you know, and suddenly he bombs the Air Force guy bombs the shit out of the Pakistani tanks, and he gives that thumbs up from down there, dude. And Jackie Shroff from top is like, yeah, man, I got you. Like,
I got your back, boy.
Then
त्यसपछि हैन सुनिल शेट्टी शेट्टीले चाहिँ he's going to die हैन he's going to die anyways हैन त्यसलाई गन शटहरु लागिसक्यो and there's one tank advancing towards अब इन्डियन त्यो हैन त्यो के पिक्चरमा अनि सुनिल शेट्टी चाहिँ 2-3 ग्रेनेड लगेर चाहिँ त्यसपछि ट्याङ्कलाई खेदिन्छ ट्याङ्क चाहिँ भाग्दिन्छ
so yeah, like that Bollywood, dude. Our base is like Bollywood, man. And now suddenly we're like offended, like India is trying to encroach.
So right now it's May कति आज
May कति आज 30th भइसक्यो
30th भइसक्यो ल ट्रेकिङ सिजन has come and gone रहेछ नि त so the peak time to come trekking to Nepal is April, May and October तिर हो हैन
September,
October when it stops raining दशैं पछि अहिले like April, May तिर गयो भने स्प्रिङ हुन्छ के so when you go to all the Mardi Himal रुटहरु मार्दी हिमाल भने चाहिँ त्यो ABC रुटै हो हैन अल्टिटोर हो
त्यो लाङटाङहरु चाहिँ कता
त्यो चाहिँ यता सेफ्रुबेसी भन्ने जग्गा जानु
ब्याड भयो है त्यो ठाउँ पनि
अहिले खुला भइसक्यो
I have a funny story about Langtang, man. Langtang मा चाहिँ हामी खासमा this guy had invited me, let's go trekking हैन ओइ हामी ट्रेकिङ जाउँ हैन भनेर हैन
त्यो हजुरको भिडियोमा छ हो यो सब नि त्यो हजुरको युट्युबमा छ नि गएको भिडियो
हैन त्यो मेरो भाइ अर्को भाइ
अर्को सो हामी लाङटाङ ट्रेकिङ जान आँटेको थियो अनि यसले मलाई एक हप्ता जस्तो अगाडि ओइ रेडी भएर बसिराखेँ भनेर मैले त ठिकै छ जाउँ सानोतिनो हाइक होला भनेर गएको हैन I'll send you the photos है अनि मैले त सानोतिनो हाइक होला ल जाउँ न त भनेर नि म चाहिँ साइड ब्याग बोकेर गयो द काइन्ड अफ ब्याग यु क्यारी इन जिम
म चाहिँ रक्स्याक हैन पानी सानी प्रिपेयर्ड अब टु गो फर अ वीक लङ ट्रिप राइट
म चाहिँ
I'm here to pick up this guy up right outside गाडीमा यस्तो त्यसले त एउटा साइड ब्याग बोकेर आउँदैछ त्यो रेस्ट अफ यर लगेज भन्छु नि अब यही हो अरे अब कसरी जान्छ अब त्यो साइड ब्याग चाहिँ यसले रक्सक्स चाहिँ पुग्दैन
त्यही त अनि हामी त्यो बसबाट हाम्रो त्यो ट्रेकिङ जहाँबाट स्टार्ट हुन्थ्यो त्यहाँ पुग्यो है अनि 5 मिनट्स हामी फर्स्ट ब्रिज कटेन छैन म थाकिसकेँ म्या होइन यसरी बोक्दा अनि कसरी बोक्ने भनेर म्या अनि यसले मलाई यसरी बोक भनेर अनि फर्स्ट डे हामी ब्याम्बू भन्ने एउटा बेस छ त्यहाँ होइन त्यहाँ पुग्यो ब्याम्बूमा अन्त बाइ द टाइम आई गो टु ब्याम्बू अम्बो मेरो त दुइटै साइडमा यहाँ निलो ब्रुजेस के अनि आई कुडन्ट इभन वक म्यान अनि आई वाज लाइक दिस गाइ यिनीहरूले चाहिँ मलाई जाट्ठा घोडा मगा चिक्ने घोडामा छ त हिँड्न सक्दैनस् अनि
देयर लाइक हाउ मेनी अफ अस म्यान 5 of us त
म भएन देन वी आर प्रणय अनन्त जोजो सनिम एन्ड खालिङ सो यो 6 of us सो हामी गएर ट्रेकिङ गरेको थियो अनि हाफ वे त म त होइन म गिभ अप म त काठमाडौँ जान्छु भनेर सोचिरहेको थिएँ है अनि यसले चाहिँ होइन पछाडि आइज मेरो पछाडि भन्नु अनि अट्याच द चेन अनि चेन म चाहिँ यसको चेनमा तान्दै
माथि चालो होइन मैले चाहिँ एउटा डग चेन हुन्छ नि थियो क्या मैले चाहिँ मेरो रक्साकमा बाने अन्त यसको यहाँ
डग चेन चाहिँ किन त्यस्तो
कुनै किन बोकेको थियो मैले डग चेन सो आई ह्याड लाइक
लिस पाराको
लिसमा यसको कम्मरमा बाँध्थेँ मेरो ब्यागमा बाँध्थेँ अन्त क्या बिस्तारै अब हेल्प हल्का 10% भयो पुल पाउँछ यसले भनेर माथिसम्म तर पुग्दियो
तर हाम्रो
इफ यु लुक एट द टाइम लाइन राइट वेन वी रिच लाङटाङ द्याट वाज लाइक roughly like exact an year to the date that it was the epicenter for the earthquake. So I was like, what? Like exactly like a year after it was like the earthquake going.
So अनि त्यहाँ हाम्रो ट्रेकिङ भयो we got to the top of the thing त्यहाँ जहाँसम्म जान मिल्छ हैन अनि फर्किने टाइममा चाहिँ अब everyone is broke, no one has money.
No, man.
And we are like
not about coming down while we were up at the peak.
We are at the peak, yeah. Yeah, अब पैसा छैन म्या होटल तिर
I'll tell you why. Okay.
होटल तिर
this guy's missing out details, man. Okay, what happened? When we reached to this place, the Langtang Bazaar, okay. There's this bazaar. त्यहाँ माथि कस्तो महँगो हुन्छ खाना. At like 6,000 meters above sea level, like Pringles, Snickers, right? All those like Mars and all, that's like a luxury, you know, at that level. Like, so this one day, these guys are like high, okay, asterisks, and we go to sleep. In the morning, overnight, we'd order like 2-3 Pringles, 6-7 Snickers, munchies better, like yeah. Munchies at 6,000 meters above sea level is not a good idea, dude. That I'll tell you, right? So in the morning, the bill comes up to like 14 grand, man. And they haven't even charged us for staying, because staying is free.
And they were charging us for charging our phones, though. Like each charge is like $25, but for foreigners it was $250.
Solar charge up there. So, and all our money goes into that one night stay. Okay, we still have like 2-3 days ahead of us.
Damn. After that, what I mean, like, paisa sakyo, and we had to go back, and paisa छैन अब के गर्ने.
Sorry to interrupt. You know what I was thinking? If we had to decide, right?
Sunny.
The closest ATM was like 2 days trek away on foot.
Yeah.
And 1 day away on like horseback.
Closest what?
One ATM. Yeah. Right? We have money in cards, it's just we don't have cash, and they don't have obviously they don't have the swiper or whatever. So we were planning let's send Sunny on the horse for 1 day and come back, right?
अनि हामी चाहिँ हैन
Sunny did not like that.
डिसाइड गरेको अनि सनीमलाई चाहिँ घोडामा पठाइदिउँ हैन अनि घोडामा गएर टक्कै आउँछ यो अनि टक्कै पैसा रेडी हुन्छ. So that didn't work out.
Obviously it was not democratic, you know.
So what we did was we called Divisa's dad. And he had some people, some friends in the army base. So when we had
to basically we had to ask for food and beg for food and shelter to army people.
And they were kind enough to help us, man.
They were super kind enough to help us.
हामी चाहिँ फर्स्टमा त्यहाँ पुग्दा चाहिँ हामीलाई चेकिङ गर्दिएको because त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ हेभी त्यो यासर गुम्बा छ नि यासर गुम्बा हेभी स्मगल हुँदै छ कि एक्चुअली फ्रम लाङटाङ. So they were like, and that's a different story, man. हामी चाहिँ while going up, while going to the peak, we were looking for to score weed somewhere. And everywhere we saw there was nice weed, man. Like there were farm full of weeds. And we were like, let's go up. There's better up there. There's better up there.
The grass looks greener on the other side.
And when we got up there, there's no vegetation anywhere. And we went knocking at each door you got some stuff.
Sick, man. Then we met this yak farmer, right?
Yeah.
He had
horses and shit.
His name was Pema. He had a horse farmer who had some yaks. And he said, I have like hash, come to my house, like super hospitable.
Yeah.
He took us to his house, made us butter tea.
Tashi, उसको ताशी थियो हैन घरको नाम.
Yeah, that's my name, man.
The horses are always named Tashi for some reason. I think it's a good luck name.
I mean, those horses
तेरो त बुलेट हैन.
अर्थक्वेकमा त्यो एभलान्च पनि आएपछि तिनीहरुको त सब गयो नि they got swept हैन.
Yeah, the whole valley हैन.
The whole valley. And Israelis and all help to like make the thing city.
Easy भएर because like अस्ति त्यो के रे यता त्यो ठमेलको मल के हो? ठमेलको मल छ नि नाम.
सी बनाउने हैन.
छायामा फोटो एक्जिबिसन भएको थियो. फोटो एक्जिबिसन एन्ड लाइक सम त्यस्तो लाइक भिडियो टाइपको त्यो कास्ट पनि गराएको थियो. इट्स अल अबाउट लाङताङको त्यो के रे द अर्थक्वेकको आफ्टरम्याथको त्यो फोटोजहरु.
Landang is such a beautiful place, man. Fuck.
So like some like bricks and all those.
And when we got there, the place we were staying, hostel also, like people were so kind enough, like they gave us like 1-year-old Chang. And Pranay was on antibiotics, you know.
1 year what?
1-year-old Chang.
Yeah.
1 year store I got super like potent one, you know, and this is Pranay say antibiotics ma kham kina kham. He's like and he's like sipping the Chang and kham ra. And after half an hour I see him, he's puking in the fucking drain, yeah.
You might have forgotten about that. That's only yeah.
त्यो भिडियो लास्ट इयर के कहिले भाइरल भएको थियो नि एउटा हैन एउटा लेडी समवेयर फ्रम द हिल्स हैन अनि त्यसले चाहिँ एउटा फरेनरलाई खेद्दै गरेको के
यो हो र
थाहा छैन it was on BBC man
नेपालमा
भाइरल भएको थियो हेरेथ्यौ तिमीले
You come from this?
Yeah, it was over a tea. I don't know. There's 100. Every like topic has 100 stories, right? 100 angles to the story. There's like, dude, she wanted to kill that lady, man. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, but then she was pretty aggressive. Yeah.
No, but then again, at that altitude, everyone's aggressive, man. But that lady, she was bargaining for like a few bucks, you know. And she, like, come on, she's come to party with some pounds. Might as well cash in. 10-20 bucks. You cannot. At that altitude, she's making you tea, man.
Some people are entitled to this thing.
But she had a kid and all that jazz, right? At that time. So when she was attacking, her son was there. So it was kind of not good because the kid was there. But still, like.
But they don't give a fuck, man. They
don't.
Yeah. They're like, I mean, like, abo touch ICQ with the modern world, but then they're still in some way primitive.
And you know what? That happened on the way to Tilicho or something, and Suprav Bhai, alright, you know Suprav. He went that route like after all that happened, I know. And that lady's somewhat like become like a local sensation. Everyone comes up to the lady and says like, "Didi tapai ho tyo asti khedne tyo foreigner lai." It's like, oh my god, like apparently she's a damn sweet lady, like.
Probably, man. Honestly,
the prices are like super high.
But it's understandable also, man. Prices be high because you have to carry all that shit all the way up. There's no other way.
Maybe that lady just being a cheapskate, like.
Yeah, obviously, man. 10-20 rupiah like ke jhagda parra like I know like they have like certain models or like certain
budget
kind of thing back in. I think she was from the UK or Australia.
UK.
They might have that, but then like when you are going to a country that's like completely different from your culture, I think they need to do some research
yeah, before they
like
come.
यताको मान्छेहरु अलिक यस्तो हुन्छ हैन because like अब त्यो normal यतिकै visitorको ठाउँ हैन if she's going all the way up there then she must have done some research.
But then again that's one in like a million, you know. It's just one that's been like glorified because it's when she reported to BBC or some shit like that. It's just once in a while. Dude, they're like Nepalese people are the most hospitable people.
Yeah.
Tourism is in our blood, like you know what I'm saying. It was just a bad publicity for Nepal, like to say like, oh shit, man, like Nepalese people are rude as shit. Trust me, man, I've met. Like,
but I don't think they'll judge us just because of one video, man. Because so many people have experienced like the hospitality in here also.
And it's like
but people who haven't been here,
everything gets magnified because like one video gets viral. पहिलादेखि भइरहेको चिजहरु हो के तर अब पहिला चाहिँ it was not on record नि त
like the internet, right? Everyone's a journalist these days, including us,
right?
Including us, we are journalists as well.
No, but at least like to some extent I think we're ethical in a sense like where we want to know like all the facts and before we make a judgment. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but then अलिकति हुन्छ नि ethics त हुनु पर्यो नि journalism को पनि अब त्यो जर्नलिस्टहरू अस्ति मैले त्यो भिडियो हेरेको होइन त्यो त्यो के अरे त्यो रुकुमको मर्डर्सहरूको जर्नलिस्ट भनेपछि त अब तिमीले क्वेसन सोध्नु पऱ्यो आन्सर लिनु पऱ्यो नि त होइन यु क्यानट लाइक अब मेक समन के भन्ने आफ्नो स्कुल अफ थट त एन्फोर्स गर्नु भएन नि होइन इन्टरभ्यूलाई अब त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईँलाई चाहिँ यस्तो लागेन हिर्काउँदा यस्तो लागेन अब त्यसो भनेपछि त बायस भयो नि त्यो त होइन त्यो अर्को अगाडिको मान्छे डिफेन्सिभ भइहाल्छ नि सो त्यो त्यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ त्यो याद राख्नुपर्ने हो कि जर्नलिस्टहरूले तर अब लाइक यिनीहरू त अब युट्युबै जर्नलिस्ट हो नि त अब उनीहरू त लाइक प्रपर त्यो च्यानल्सबाट आएको होइन नि त दे जस्ट हेभ अ च्यानल अन युट्युब दे गो एन्ड रेकर्ड
like us.
Yeah, but we don't claim to be journalists neither. We're just giving our opinion as anyone is entitled to. तर अब तिनीहरू त दे क्लेम देमसेल्भ्स टु बी अब नाम नै हेर्न कुनै के खबर च्यानल कुनै के अनलाइन न्युज च्यानल त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि त भनेपछि त पिपुल अब नेपालको मान्छेहरू त हामी यता काठमाडौँतिर त होला सबैजना एजुकेटेड तर गाउँमा त हुँदैन नि त अलिकति रिमोट ठाउँमा त हुँदैन नि त सो उनीहरूले न्युज भनेपछि त लाइक दे फिल लाइक द्याट्स लाइक अथेन्टिक हुन्छ नि त्यो त लेजिट हो भन्न थाल्छ नि बट देन अब सम पिपल आर डुइङ दिस काइन्ड अफ थिङ्स एन्ड मिसलिडिङ दिस काइन्ड अफ पिपल के सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि मास ओपिनियनहरू अब त्यतापट्टि जान्छ नि एन्ड द्याट गिभ्स लाइक डिफ्रेन्ट काइन्ड अफ नरेसन टु द होल स्टोरी के सो फर्स्टमा जुन चाहिँ नरेसनमा स्टोरी जान्छ नि पिपल टेन टु बिलिभ द्याट नै कि अब अहिले अब लाइक आफ्टर अल दिस टाइम होइन अर्कै कुरा एभिडेन्स आयो भने कोही मान्छेले पत्याउँदैन कि एक दुईजनाले पत्याउँदैन त धेरैजनाले फर्स्ट नेरेटिभसँग जान्छ कि बिकज द्याट लुक्स प्रोग्रेसिभ एन्ड हुन्छ नि अब लाइक इट एड्रेसेस समन्स के भन्ने सोसाइटल प्रब्लम्सहरू हुन्छ नि अब दलितहरूको प्रब्लमहरू भनेर बट देन अब इट कुड नट बी वाट वी थिङ्क इट इज सो वी निड टु वेट फर द फ्याक्ट्स के हो भनेर अनि यतिकै जजमेन्ट दिएर होल कन्ट्रीलाई नै इन्फ्लुएन्स टुवर्ड्स सम मुभमेन्ट विच डज नट नेसेसरली हेभ टु इरप्ट अहिले यो टाइममा विच इज लाइक सो फ्रेजाइल होइन अहिले लाइक वी हेभ लाइक वान अपर्च्युनिटी फर द वर्ल्ड टु कम टुगेदर एन्ड लाइक अहिले नै वे फलिङ अपार्ट
most of the differences and there's so many social differences, man. You know, I've coined a term. And last time I was talking to Khaling and suddenly we were chatting, okay, suddenly I realized the world encounters racism. Like Nepal not to some extent there is like casteism. You know, there's something else in Nepal as well.
Geographicism.
I've told you this, right? It's like geographicalism. Like you are discriminated based on like your geography you're from, like the tarai ko bhane yo tarai ko to pahad ko bhane yo pahade huncha ni. And there's this tone they use, right? It's like a condescending tone, like it's not even like endearing parale yo bhaneko pani haina. Shit, I like
त्यो काठमाडौँ र पोखरामा नि त्यस्तो यार मलाई एक्चुअली पोखरामा चेकिङमा फसिथ्यो आई डिडन्ट हेभ लाइसेन्स
यहाँ पनि हुन्छ नि पूर्वेली पश्चिमी त्यस्तो
अनि पोखरामा अनि भाइ काठमाडौँको हो अनि पक्कै नि बोलेरै बुझिसकेको थिएँ मैले अझै स्ट्रिक्ट के अलि
वेस्टर्नहरू चाहिँ अर्कै हुन्छ नि बोल्ने पारा म त फर्स्टमा यता आउँदाखेरि होइन कलेज सकेपछि अब नेभर एक्सपिरियन्स नेपालको लागि के अरे एकाडेमिक लाइफ होइन अनि यता फर्स्ट कलेज जोइन गर्दाखेरि सबजना अब नेपाल पढेको मान्छेहरू है कतिजनाको त बोलेकै नबुझ्ने कि अब हामीले त्यहाँदेखि के गर्ने होला भनेर सोध्छ नि के गर्ने होला भन्छ तिनीहरूले के भन्छ क्यार्ने होला बुझ्दै नबुझ्ने क्या अब कस्तो डिफ्रेन्ट
So people who don't know Ramesh Dai, हामी बेङ्गलोरमा when we used to stay in a flat, he was our guard Dai.
God, yeah. He was from Western Nepal. के बुझ्थेन बोलेको
कस्तो अर्कै
It's like totally different, man.
It's like pigeon English type हो क्या नेपाली भर्जनको
I've gone there, stayed there for a couple of months in Mahendranagar when I was like growing
That's
up.
the place त्यो
Western, far
massacre भएको थियो नि थाहा छ पुलिसहरूको त्यही हो महेन्द्रनगरमा
that's when actually the fucking revolution started in Nepal, the Maoist revolution. So that was तिनीहरूको त्यहाँ पुलिस स्टेसन थियो एक्ज्याक्टली मलाई ठाउँ थाहा छैन आई गुगल इट होइन बट वाट ह्यापन वाज फर द फर्स्ट माओइस्ट इन्सर्जेन्सी तिनीहरूले त्यहाँबाट अट्याक गरेको थियो एन्ड दे अट्याक द बेस एन्ड they couldn't the police couldn't defend themselves because they were not properly equipped अनि सो जति इक्विप थियो त्यो पनि माओइस्टहरूले पहुँचाएर चोरेर लगिदियो and that's how they got the first weapons.
Dude, no, India supplied the weapons, man. I'll go on record and say it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, if you go look deep, ask around, right, there's something for another day. but not.
I don't think it's that deep, but I think it's pretty obvious, man.
Like India was like they wanted to dethrone
the king,
king, right? So they were all. Some people, it's an opinion. I have an opinion, right?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
It's just a hypothesis.
Like by India, I'm saying like not the Indian people, the government, like the politics of.
Yeah, it's so different to differentiate, man. Like our India, भनेपछि like Indian people think they're like being pointed towards. Like
Dude, some of the people I love the most in my life live in that part of the
Well,
border. That part of the border. I do not discriminate between this place in Nepal and Darjeeling or Sikkim. Man, my blood runs through everything because even though I'm born here, I'm bred there. You know, so it's equally important for us. Likewise, all of us. I'm speaking for us. You know? So it's a very delicate topic again. Saying this is the 10th time I'm repeating it, and but it's gotta fit. Like, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna end somewhere. It's gonna lead somewhere, like to more misunderstandings and this and that. So
त्यो अस्ति मैले ट्राई गरेँ क्या मेरो अकाउन्टमा होइन एउटा ऱ्यान्डम इन्डियन गाई हिड बिन लाइक अब के अब लाइक रेसिस्ट कमेन्ट्सहरू लेखिरहेको थियो कि फोटोहरूको तल कमेन्ट गरिरहेको थियो कि ऱ्यान्डम मान्छे अब थाहा छैन को पनि को यत्तिकै कुनै के नेपाली मोमो लगा कुनै के भनिरहेको थियो अब मलाई त हाँसु चाहिँ मलाई त्यस्तो खास फरक पर्दैन अनि त्यसपछि एक दिन चाहिँ अस्ति चाहिँ अति भयो क्या अनि यससँग एकछिन कुरा गरिदिउँ न त लेसावटा ल होइन के हुन्छ रहेछ अनि मैले चाहिँ अब अब इरिटेट भइहाल्छ नि रिस उठिरहेको हुन्छ तर पनि अब लाइक आई वाज लाइक ट्राइङ टु सप्रेस माई इन्स्टिङ्सहरू एन्ड आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइङ टु टक लाइक नर्मली टु हिम अनि फर्स्टमा चाहिँ मैले डाइरेक्ट सोधेको थिएँ लाइक के सोधेको थिएँ मैले वाट इज यर प्रब्लम विथ नेप्लिज पिपल भनेको थिएँ कि अनि त्यसले नथिङ लाइक द्याट आई जस्ट के अरे नथिङ लाइक द्याट बस एक मोमो प्लेट लगाएको थिएँ अनि मैले ब्रो are we gonna have a conversation or not भने होइन त्यसपछि त्यसले ओके आइएम फ्री एनिवेज लेट्स ह्याभ इट होइन अनि त्यसपछि मैले त्यसपछि फेरि मैले अब ट्राई गरेँ होइन त्यसलाई राम्रै कन्भर्सेसन उयो गर्न अपोर्ड गर्न अनि मैले सोधेँ कस्टम दिएको थिएन मैले कस्टम दिएको थिएन आई वाज लाइक फाइटिङ अल माई हुन्छ नि त्यो रोस्टहरू सबै आइरहेको छ तर पनि लाइक काममा होइन अनि त्यसपछि त्यसले के भनेको थियो मलाई ए होइन त्यसपछि मैले फेरि राम्ररी सोध्नु खोजेँ सो वाट इज एक्ज्याक्टली द प्रब्लम भने होइन द्याट अब इन्स्टिगेट्स यु टु डु सच थिङ्स भनेर सोधेँ होइन अनि त्यसले फेरि नथिङ लाइक द्याट आई जस्ट तुम लोगों ने मोमो का प्राइस बढ़ाइदिया मलाई हाँस उठिसक्यो अब चाहिँ इट्स नट इभन रेसिस्ट एनिमोर क्या अब इट्स जस्ट फनी इट्स जस्ट लाइक स्टुपिड क्या हुन्छ नि अनि मैले फेरि सोधेँ होइन लाइक डु यु वान्ट हेभ अ प्रपर कन्भर्सेसन त्यसपछि
चाउमिन भनेन
भनेन त्यसपछि चाहिँ आई सेड लाइक इज इट बिकज अफ द बोर्डर डिस्प्युट भनेन द्याट टु बट देन द मोमो प्राइसेस आर टु हाई आम लाइक कि तँलाई मोमो चाहिन्छ म खुवाइदिन्छु भनेर लेखेको थिएँ त्यसपछि चाहिँ होइन त्यसपछि त्यसले पनि बुझिसक्यो द्याट जोक इज टु ओल्ड भनेर त्यसपछि प्रपर कन्भर्सेसन क्या हि वाज गेटिङ लाइक भेरी डिफेन्सिभ टुवर्ड्स इन्डिया होइन बट आई वाज लाइक ओके like what I have an explanation for everything that you're going through, because he's evidently is like very defensive towards India, and he's sort of like alikati nationalistic type of bhayरहेछ towards Nepal चाहिँ अनि पहिला मलाई मन पर्थ्यो नेपालीहरू मेरो घरमा काम गर्ने पनि नेपाली थियो अरे अनि तर अहिले चाहिँ मलाई जे नेपालले गरिरहेछ यो सबै मलाई त्यसैले नेपालीहरू मन पर्नु छोड्यो त्यस्तो के भने अनि मैले त्यसलाई स्टेप बाई स्टेप बुझाएँ होइन अब बोर्डरको बारेमा त्यसपछि यु लाइक अग्रिङ इट वाज जस्ट एन एक्सपेरिमेन्ट के इट वाज जस्ट एन एक्सपेरिमेन्ट आई जस्ट वान्टेड टु सी अनि मैले त्यसलाई राम्ररी त्यसको हरेक पोइन्टको लाइक आई ह्याड एन आन्सर होइन एन्ड आई रिप्लाइड पनि अनि त्यसपछि अल यु कुड से वाज लाइक ओके ओके कुनै के भने अनि एक दुईवटा स्ट्याट्सहरू चाहिँ करेक्ट गर्नु खोजिरहेको थियो त्यसलाई आउट गिभ फक पर्दैन त्यसपछि भएन लास्टमा चाहिँ अब लाइक नो म्याटर हाउ रुड ही वाज बिङ होइन त्यसले बिच बिचमा फेरि भने क्या मोमो बुझ्यो के भने होइन सुन्दै पहिला सक्दैन अनि मैले के भन्नु अनि त्यसले जति पनि भन्नु खोजेन रुड हुनु खोजेन मलाई अति राम्ररी बोल्नु खोजिरहेको थिएँ अनि लास्टमा चाहिँ गएर चाहिँ त्यो ओके बट आई थिङ्क युआर अ नाइस गाई आई एम सरी ओके
one at a time. So yeah, that was like That's some like sick ass like social experiment.
Yeah, that was fun man. त्यो नि 3 बजे बेलुका हो नि
Sanjay र त you together.
Huh?
You saw it did it together Toro Sanjay.
के चाहिँ
You with Sanjay भनेको हैन?
होइन
कहिले हो
दाइले पोस्ट गर्नु भयो
ए उसले हैन पोस्ट गरेको मैले त्यो सबै स्क्रिनशटहरु पठाइदिए लाइक माइकल को वर्ल्ड त्यो अर्को नमुना है
It's like talking about momo, but
fucking कोबोल man.
which place do you think have the best momos man?
स्वादिष्ट
कालिम्पोङ man.
Darjeeling man.
आम्बो
कालिम्पोङ there's a कालिम्पोङमा चाहिँ हैन when I study there was a
Swadishta.
there's still a restaurant.
That's all I can go.
बिरस हो त
Mirus. But that's not momo, that's
Bro.
mama, bro.
कालिम्पोङमा there's a restaurant called New Restaurant, eh? It's like smaller than this room, but
New restaurant.
the
Yeah,
momos
that's
they make.
Kalimpong,
were
that's the
like,
best, man.
Fuck, man.
बहुत मिठो हुन्छ
Bro, Bodha doesn't compare anything to that, man.
Bro, I think you should go and have some Tibetan momos in Darjeeling. No? Not like Tibetan momos are good everywhere, but in Darjeeling there's something about that.
क्या जुसी हुन्छ
Where exactly in
Pork
Darjeeling, man?
momos. I like Penang's.
Salty पनि राम्रो छ है.
पेनाङको पर्क मोमो
Pork momos was like a legend. Everyone who's been to Darjeeling.
म त्यहाँ बसेको नि विन्टरमा
Penang. Chicken is on. Pratik.
चिकन म अनि
Pratik.
आयुष अनि
But त्यहाँको pork ribs पनि दामी लाग्थ्यो मलाई.
Blind date.
Blind date or Blind date को fried rice चाहिँ दामी.
Man.
ब्लाइन्डेडको त्यो मेरो चाहिँ नि के अरे स्याप्टा
Chapter.
Oh,
Blind date
chapter.
pork ribs. Cinnamon pork ribs.
मलाई चाहिँ त्यहाँ उ पनि मन
Ses
पर्थ्यो.
ghale.
You guys knew the restaurant called Boni's.
Boni's. Where was it? I know.
स्यान्डविच
Sandwich.
टुना
त्यही
स्यान्डविच
त. I see like
Kहाँ
grilled
भन्थ्यो?
chicken cheese sandwich.
बोनिस भन्ने त्यो भराइङ थियो नि मासु जाने
Fuck, man.
Towards-
त्यो क्लक टावरको अपोजिटमा.
Unique को त्यहाँ.
गल्ली सानो
Unique
भराइङ थियो नि
थियो
यो।
अनि त्यहाँ एउटा कम्प्युटर खेल्ने ठाउँ
भरे-
छ नि।
Unique त्यही थियो त अन्त. Unique Sweets क्या.
युनिकको
Yeah,
तल
yeah.
युनिकको तल
ए भित्रपट्टि होइन
Oh.
साथीको छ I've had that.
अम्बो त्यहाँको grilled chicken cheese sandwich चाहिँ I don't know, I'll try to get a photo है.
I used to have the tuna
But fuck, that sandwich was like अति good man.
Like
Heavy sandwich हुन्छ त्यो.
तर
हेभी हैन हेभी
Heavy.
don't you think I know I'm gonna get like super hate for this but don't you think Kevin is a little overrated?
No man, Scavenger is more about more than the
history,
food.
the
I think it's about the
history. I like
experience,
that.
yeah, man.
The
Like,
history
I went to
and the
Darjeeling and I
place,
ate in
like,
the
yeah.
Scavenger's.
The food, the service, like come on man.
ओल्ड पिपल हाम्रो कट 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 गर्दै पुऱ्याउँथ्यो है मेन्यु लिन आउँथ्यो कट 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 गरेर अनि
तर
भन्दै
त्यहाँ-
त्यसपछि फेरि कट 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 गरेर त्यसपछि 1 घण्टा जस्तोपछि फेरि कट 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 गर्दै लिएर आउँथ्यो
अनि तर त्यहाँ एक ब्रेकफास्ट खायो भने अब लन्च खानु पर्दैन
Oh,
क्या।
the meat platter the legend
एक ब्रेकफास्ट खायो भने चाहिँ लन्च नखाएर
Bacon,
डाइरेक्ट
त्यहाँको
अब
sausages,
लेट अर्ली
eggs.
सपर खायो भने चाहिँ पुग्छ।
म त मिट प्ल्याटर म्यान फक
सक्दैन नि सघाउनु एकजनाले एउटा
म सघाउँदै
सघाउँदैछ मलाई गाह्रो पर्थ्यो यार चाहिँ प्याक गरेर लानु पर्यो
मलाई पनि गाह्रो पर्थ्यो त्यहाँ खानु।
म त यता केभेन्डर्स नेपालमा केभेन्डर्स आयो भन्दा क्या एक्साइटेड भयो होइन अब हुन्छ नि त्यो नस्टाइल्जिक प्लस लाइक खाना अब त्यो खम मिट प्ल्याटर खम भनेर मिल्क सेकको पसल पो रहेछ
मिट खानु जाँदा
त्यही त।
मिल्क शेक पाइदियो।
मिल्क सेकको पसल पो रहेछ इन्डियाबाट आएको
तर
रहेछ
रेस्टुरेन्टहरू त्यो दार्जिलिङ कालिम्पोङतिर त मिठो हुन्थ्यो यार ब्रो।
सानो सानो चिटिक
अब 10 रुपियाँमा अगाइदिँदा
No, there was this
होइन पहिला कालिम्पोङ हो कि त्यो उयो के अरे न्यू रेस्टुरेन्ट
Hawker.
10 रुपियाँमा खान्थेँ यार म
झन् त्यो
10 रुपियाँमा एक
एउटा
प्लेट पाउँथेँ ब्रो
भेज एक सिङ्गल होइन।
ओके लाइक नेपालमा कन्भर्ट गरेँ 16 रुपियाँ एउटा वाइवाईको पैसा
सो त्यहाँ एउटा कालिम्पोङमा एउटा रेस्टुरेन्ट थियो गफुर भन्ने जो लाइक अलि स्याड प्लेसमा थियो होइन।
त्यहाँ बिफ पनि पाउँथ्यो नि
And so
बिफ मोमो दामी हुन्थ्यो
every outing we used to get $100 allotted. Every student used to get $100 from the hostel है। अनि त्यहाँ फर्स्टमा अब पैसा थिएन हिँड्दै गइदिएन हामी केटाहरूसँग गाडी सेयर गरेर 5-5 रुपियाँमा हिँडेर गयो होइन। अनि गो टु गफुर अनि गफुरमा
त्यो कोइन दिने बात
त्यही त। So like $25-30 ma you used to get a bowl of fried rice, and that's the best food I've ever eaten so far, man. Every time I eat fried rice, I imagine that taste, and I'm like, यस्तो हुन्छ कि every time I get disappointed, man. So $30 that was like the most worth it $30 क्या अब यस्तो मिठो हुन्थ्यो ब्रो त्यहाँको फ्राइड राइस।
के हाल्थ्यो होला है
I don't know man, that auntie she was a Tibetan Muslim auntie होइन, and यस्तो मिठो हुन्थ्यो यार त्यहाँको फ्राइड राइस। अनि
like why like one person cooks something out of the same ingredients and another person cooks that same thing with the same ingredients तर पनि टेस्ट डिफरेन्ट आउने कि किन होला है
टेक्निक हल्का
के
उसको
कत्लाहरू हो हातको
you cook with
कत्ला
love.
है सोच्दा अब लाइक
attention to detail होला नि अब उसको आफ्नो
maybe it's the like amount of
Darjeeling
Yeah, I think it's the amount, man.
outing
Because
हुने बित्तिकै where was our all हाम्रो ब्याचको चाहिँ hogging another place joint के भन्छ इस्लामिया
ओए
कहाँ is that?
त्यो गएको छैन
ल 778 को अगाडि हैन उतापटि
त्यो मस्क रोडमा क्या माथि इस्लामिया भन्ने थियो नि क्या रोल
गएको छ होला आई थिंक इट स्लोली बिन देयर म्यान
I haven't probably haven't been there
crazy
very often.
food man cheap to the core food त अति मिठो man like
अति
like $200 right
क्विक
like
सर्भिस
4 people like can party in $200 right
लाइक ड्यामै हुन्छ त्यो
चार जना चाहिँ 200 मा पार्टी आफै सोच डम्मै भएर चाहिँ
सो आई थिंक अघि तिमीले भनेको त्यो के अरे खाना कसरी त्यो आई थिंक इज द अमाउन्ट म्यान बिकज घरमा म्यागी पकाउँदा नै हामीले त्यही मसला नै हाल्ने छ त्यो पानीमै उमाल्छ अनि तर हस्टेलमा त्यो म्यागी पकाउँदा
के हुन्छ म त
त्यो म्यागीको हस्टेलमा म्यागी खाएपछि
उल्टी आउला जस्तो
तपाईँ गर्नुपर्छ
आई हेट इट म्यान त्यो हस्टेलले गर्दा हो क्या त्यो म्यागी यस्तो किन त अनि कहिले कहिले यस्तो म्यागी यस्तो उठाउँदैन अम्बो यत्रो ढिक्का मसला चाहिँ अब म्यागीमा लुकिरहन्छ
म्यागी त अलिक
शिट म्यान म्यागी सक्स
कस्तो इन्डियनहरूले खाइदिन्छ यार म्यागी चाहिँ
तपाईँ
they have like Maggi stalls
एक्चुअली म्यागीमा एक्चुअली ऊ भएको थियो नि के अरे लाइक क्यान्सर भेट्ने सब्सटेन्स अनि दे वर ब्यान्ड
lead
अजिनोमोटो हैन
found lead I think
I think that's they found lead.
Lead,
And it was like discontinued for like for a few months,
Yeah.
and they had to get the rep back up and add money. Maggie is full safe or whatever. Bitch, how many hours to add? I said, "Bollo Maggie nigal."
Maggie is the dawai. Maggie is the answer to your life. If you're feeling lonely, Maggie. If you're feeling joyful, Maggie. If you're feeling like lovey-dovey, Maggie khad.
Maggie 1 2 3 भन्दा 3 मिनेटमा म्यागी पाक्दिन्छ ब्रो 3 मिनेटमा
लेजी एस क्या अब 2-3 मिनेटमै खाने लाइक न्युट्रिसियस खाना त टाइम लाग्छ नि हैन पाउन लाइक के हो
अनि आजकल त त्यो स्कुलले गर्दा नि म्यागी जहाँ खाए नि एनीवेयर आई स्मेल म्यागी आई फिल लाइक प्युकिङ म्यान
उल्टी आउला जस्तो साच्चै त्यो भाटपट्टिबाट बाहिर निस्किँदै म्यागी स्टल छ क्या त्यहाँ निस्किने बित्तिकै उल्टी आउला जस्तो हुन्छ
अनि भातमा त्यो
म्यागी कुनी के म्यागी त म्यागी हुने थियो गनाउँदैन थियो
त्यहाँको त्यो साइड साइडमा स्टलहरूमा मोमो पनि हुन्छ भाटपट्टि गएर अम्बो सुपर अनहाइजेनिक म्यान फक त्यहाँ मोमो खायो भने चाहिँ पेट बिग्रियो ब्याड हो त्यो त अब त्यो भाटपट्टिको बाहिर स्टल हुन्छ नि त्यो मोमोसम्म हुन्छ कि तर त्यो स्टल भन्दा नि त्यो पहिला न्यू रोडहरूमा त्यो स्टल हुन्थ्यो नि मोमो ससेसहरूको
त्यो भन्दा त्यो के अरे न्यू रोडको त्यो पानीपुरीहरू कस्तो हाइजेनिक होला अनहाइजेनिक होला यहीँ खाए सर्भ गरेर अर्को चाहिँ हेर्नु तल घोप्टेर धुँदैछ भाँडा
म चाहिँ एकचोटि क्लास 4-5
त्यही टेस्ट होला क्या मैले भन्दैछु नि हातमै छ कि टेस्ट हातमै छ कि टेस्ट
अन्डरमाइन मात्रै गरेर
दार्जिलिङको हात र नेपालको हात अलगै हुन्छ
म चाहिँ क्लास 5 मा थिएँ होला हैन अनि म सपिङ इन न्यू रोड हैन अनि ड्याडले चाहिँ के गर्ने हामी चाहिँ भनेर ल हामी जाउँ भनेर मेरो ड्याडले लग्यो है अनि हामी पानीपुरी खान थाल्यो हैन अनि ड्याडले चाहिँ हेभी इन्जोय गरिरहेको थियो तँ पनि खान भनेर मलाई पनि खुवाइदियो हैन भाइलाई नि तँ पनि खा भनेर भाइलाई पनि खुवाइदियो है अनि एक हप्तापछि 3 जनै घरमा जन्डिस भयो अब इन्टरनेट इज फास्ट एन्ड नासा's इन्टरनेट अनि स्वयंसँग थिएँ म हैन अनि स्वयं वाज लाइक हेभ यु वाच लर्ड अफ द रिङ्स भने हैन नो म्यान भनेर जाट अहिले हैन अनि ल ट्रेलर लगा भने हैन अनि ट्रेलर लगाउन अगाडि मुभी डाउनलोड गरिहाल्छ भने हैन सो वी स्टार्टेड वी वेन्ट टु टोरेन्ट डाउनलोडेड लर्ड अफ द रिङ्स ट्रिलोजी त्यो हाइएस्ट क्वालिटी 1080p मा हैन
लर्ड अफ द रिङ्स
तीनटै मुभी एकैचोटि डाउनलोड गर्यो अनि ट्रेलर हेरेको न ट्रेलर हेर्ने सकिसम्म म्यान मुभी डाउनलोड भइसक्यो थियो यार
त्यो स्पिड त दामी थियो नि Bangalore was like IT hub no so that's why the internet like
was damn fast man fuck Vianet is good Worlding is good
Vianet is the one that got asti compromised हैन cyber attack भएको थियो Vianet like they attack cyber attack भएको
this should be like our mascot man
this guy looks high man fuck यसो आएन
टाउको छुट्टी नहाटेर छ चाहिँ
पापी गुडिया
that looks creepy man
माइकल जर्डनको आँखा छ
Michael Jordan is jaundice लागिरहेको छ
shit Michael Jordan
के त्यसको आँखा
you guys watched the last dance हैन last dance was fucking crazy man
आँखा के हो त्यसको it looks fucking high man
so man after this documentary I consider Michael Jordan like the greatest of all time
dude that documentary is good man nicely directed you don't have to be a sports fan to like,
yeah exactly
like
you can be like you don't have to play basketball to like appreciate that
तर ओभर लाग्यो नि जेमा पनि रिसाइदिने
जेमा he took it very personal he was playing a game inside a game भन्छ नि त्यो Like जहाँ तैँले मलाई भनिस् मुझे पर्छ
that's like अलिकति
psychopath mentality
psychopathic tendencies-हरु.
But I think in the end that's what made him a winner क्या है
Yeah,
For sure.
obviously. For the craft.
that's what separated him
yeah,
from the rest क्या हो
appreciated. But then like for normal मान्छे सोच्न अब जे कुरा पनि त्यस्तो रिसाइदियो. त्यो बैंकमा काम गरिरहेछ हैन.
Thank you, sir.
ल्याएर चाहिँ कुनी के भन्दा then he told me that then I fucking like
took it personally
bank work or whatever the fuck.
But don't you think basketball itself is a very like unfair game?
Why?
No, I mean like dude, no, you have like physical attributes.
Yeah.
You're like 6'5" and you are just 5'8". He's gonna block you every single time you take a shot, man.
That can be the same thing for.
But in football, it's not comparatively. The graph is much smaller, where the physical attribute doesn't come to play as much as it does in basketball.
Physical
no wonder like football is much more people can relate to it. Like,
but I think in the old school basketball it mattered a lot. But now because of Steph Curry, he revolutionized basketball. 3 balls.
What do you think is the average height of the world?
6, 5'10", 5'8".
5'8" to 5'8",
Right.
5'9".
What's the average height of basketball?
6'6".
Professional to aspire if you want to aspire to be
6'5", 6'6" minimum.
Sorry.
6'5", 6'6" minimum.
6'5", 6'6", right? What's the average height of a footballer?
5'5", 5'6" होला हैन.
5'7", 5'8", much closer to the general consensus, right? So you see, right? Like, well, that's what I meant by saying it's an unfair game because you have to be tall.
But then, like, it's like unfair if
someone
else who's shorter playing against you, but this mother सबैजना everyone is tall, so the game itself.
That's racism, dude.
that's like अब के भन्ने, like the one you're playing against is also like तेरो आफ्नै height नि त.
केमा?
अब तर त्यहाँ पुग्न चाहिँ attributes.
And I mean like in the apex, the top my.
But there are some guys who break the barriers, man. Like
one in like a million.
I was on a 6th, man.
6.
Only?
And he was playing against Shaq and all that in finals.
So one in like
पहिलाको point guards सान थियो नि त.
Isaiah Thomas.
अहिले पो त अब point guards are like 6'7", 6'10".
त्यो थियो नि how can I forget his name? He's playing for Nets, no?
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
He was pretty.
He's a coach man right now.
6'1", 6'2" होला यार त्यो पनि. But then there was this guy called Muggsy भन्ने थाहा छ?
Yeah.
त्यो चाहिँ सानो थियो नि.
Boston Celtics.
No, that's Isaiah Thomas.
That guy's the one
Muggsy also.
dunk competition जितेको
Muggsy,
थियो.
I think.
He was like 5'8", no?
Spot
5'8" or 5'9", right?
Yeah.
Muggsy, yeah.
I mean like Nate Robinson also is 5'10", man. But he won the dunk competition.
That's what I meant.
5'10"
Like,
5. Let me check.
I thought it was 5'8" or something.
and you know, even more crazy, my theory on that. That's why you know why everyone likes watching fighting because fight match everything is like
this
fair.
one is like
It's like, okay, you want like let's get down to this weight and the weight it comes down to weight. Let's make this much 65-70 kg. That's the fairest you can be, right? Let's fight it out. That's why it's like, oh shit, it's fair. Like,
Fighting is like more raw and real. Fucking like, I think like on some point, no, everyone can relate to fighting, because I think violence is like engraved in our nature, like
everybody
we
loves
fucking
fighting. My grandparents.
we are
love
results of
fighting,
like our grandfathers fighting and fucking surviving. That's why we came through.
Like my grandparents also love fighting stuff. Like my granddad's also on like fight channels, like watching fights. Like I'm like, give it a chill, dude. Like he's always watching like war movies and like fights.
Well, my grandmom सँग my late grandmom सँग winter holidays मा यता आउँदाखेरि 2 घण्टा Monday, 2 घण्टा Tuesday Raw र SmackDown हेरिन्थ्यो यार मेरो grandmom सँग. अब grandmomले चाहिँ रकलाई हेभी मन पराउने हैन, हेभी मन पराउने कि रकी
चेरो
अनि एक्चुअली चाहिँ मेरो अंकल हैन त्यतिखेर भर्खर त्यो क्याम्प कर्डर आएको थियो नि, अनि मेरो अंकलले चाहिँ अब के अरे मेरो ग्रान्डममको भिडियो लिइरहेको थियो कि हैन, अनि मेरो ग्रान्डमम चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्ट त्यहाँनिर र हेर्दैछ हेर ट्रिपल एचको र स्टोन कोल्डको त्यहाँनिर म्याच भइरहेको मेरो ग्रान्डमम इज लाइक फिक्सेडेड अन द्याट है. अनि यताबाट चाहिँ मेरो अङ्कलले के अनि यसो मेसेज के भन्नु छ आमा भन्नुहोस् त कुनै के हो कि भन्दै होइन केही छैन मलाई केही छैन हेरेको छैन. अनि त्यसपछि फोन बज्यो होइन, ट्रिङ ट्रिङ भएन अङ्कल होइन हिज अब खिचिरहेको छ होइन, ग्रान्ड मम फिक्स त्यसमा होइन, आमा फोन आयो फोन उठाउनु त छेउमा रिमोट कन्ट्रोल थियो कि रिमोट कन्ट्रोल हेलो हेलो अब Try using there, my grandma.
Something about wrestling that his grandparents cord.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like this because like wrestling ma narratives हुन्छ नि त storyline हुन्छ नि.
It's like a sitcom. I mean like a series.
It's like त्यसमा पनि फेरि त्यही narrative त हुन्छ नि like good versus evil गर्ने हुन्छ नि like all these like wrestlers like Rock and all of the good side and wrestlers were like Triple H was like the bad side, D-Generation X. Like,
but for some reason, being like human nature, the bad guys are always like preferred, I always wanted the bad guy to win. I was always rooting for the bad guy,
Man, no.
Like, you were rooting for Randy Orton against John Cena?
Yeah. I like RKO, I'm like RKOing everyone. Like, don't you think so? Except for...
No, I prefer John Cena, man.
I used to go with the general narrative, man. Rock was the good guy. Hulk Hogan was the good guy. Was that?
The DX, the bad thing.
DX was like, they had a charm,
like when you're watching your favorite football team play and then like the feeling like I want them to win. That's the खाले हुँदै के मलाई चाहिँ with like Rock and all. Triple H जित्यो भने चाहिँ मन दुखेर.
Man, I was watching अस्ति भर्खर wrestlingको event भएको थियो के full empty stadium. That felt super silly, man.
Corona.
That felt अति silly, man.
Loud हुने के the canvas sound हुने के dang 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 dang. अति weird थियो यार.
Entry थियो.
कुन चाहिँ अस्ति एउटा I think it's Korean हो कि Japanese.
It's time to open up, man.
त्यो के लिगमा हैन.
Lockdown.
You know what they put crowd ma?
I can't even hold a conversation, man.
I don't know कुन लिगमा हो but like stadium मा त्यो मान्छेहरुको ठाउँमा they put cutouts of people.
Shit.
Random people.
Korea,
हैन.
Baseball in Korea.
Yeah, man, I think we need to open up, man. अब त अति भइसक्यो है. But I think they're opening up Kathmandu soon, but they're closing Kathmandu from rest of the country. That's the general consensus.
I think, I don't know, man.
I think people need to be given the choice. क्या हो चाहिँ तिमीहरु बाहिर जाने भन्छ बिरामी भयो भने अब it's up to you. People who want to quarantine can quarantine, and we quarantine like vulnerable people, like old people, people with underlying conditions who have been dying, who actually been dying because of their own उथ्यो. But then WHO ले चाहिँ के रे हाम्रो PM लाई नै डाइरेक्टली अब भन्यो कि के भन्यो but he उसको वो जो that WHO advice
WHO चाहिँ को थियो कुन चाहिँ अर्गनाइजेसन नयाँ आएको छ
WHO लाई चाहिँ WHO advice our health facilities to like consider any death which occurs for like any reason. Tara, like if they show symptoms of COVID, they say it's supposed to be considered as COVID death, which is like अति funny. किनभने मैले त लागि बनाएस्थे हुन्छ नि मलाई रुगा लागिरहेछ हैन मलाई रुगा लागिरहेछ तर मेरो लिभर चाहिँ अब पहिलादेखि नै इट्स बिन अ प्रब्लम हैन
हेपाटाइटिस टाइप
मेरो लिभर इज बिन अ प्रब्लम अनि म लिभर फेलियरले मरे रे तर मलाई रुगा लागिरहेछ भने चाहिँ के मेरो डेथ सर्टिफिकेटमा चाहिँ डाइड बिकज अफ रुगा भनेर लेखिन्छ.
So that's happening.
That's what's happening, even if you die because of your liver problem
conditions.
Yeah, if you have COVID, you
so all these deaths that happen in Nepal had other conditions.
Yeah.
The first one was postnatal, त्यसपछि kidney patient. त्यसपछि some guy who had jaundice, asthma. And well, like even if it like harms the immune system, but then they have like grave underlying conditions. It's not a everyday मान्छेलाई हुने चीज नि अब like liver problems kidney problems
म थाहा थिएन त्यो.
So yeah, all these अहिलेसम्म भएको 5-6 वटा केसेसहरु सबै त्यस्तै छ.
But man, I think it's like अब चाहिँ खोल्ने भयो because man it's affecting people's mental health and all man.
And as a society also we're turning on each other like
people are going crazy, man. Like अस्ति भर्खर मोरङमा this 31-year-old guy. So what happened was one day before the event happened, he tried to set his house on fire. Set his bed on fire and tried to burn everything, And the cops caught him, and they let him go the next day.
Why was he trying to do that?
He is like crazy, I think so, man. Mental problem, And so, and the cops let him go and saying he's not a threat, So the next day, what he does, he gets into a fight with his mom, and he picks up a brick and hits her in the head. So like she dies on the spot, and he's realized what he's done, and he goes crazy, man. He grabs a knife from the kitchen and starts cutting his own throat.
Are you serious?
There's a video, man. I'll send him the link, and I think you can show it to people, alright? So they start fucking, and there's a guy who's recording.
I have a stomach to watch that video.
And like, so he starts cutting himself, man, and he starts gashing his throat open. And people are trying to stop him. Like, people are going with like clothes, like rugs and all, and trying to cover him and try to grab him, take him down. But like, the people, like, anyone gets close, he's trying to swing. And he's cutting himself.
Slash and gash.
And so like, when the cops and ambulance arrived, it was already too late, and he was like pronounced dead on arrival. Hospital पुग्दाखेरि मरिसकेको थियो.
Fuck, man.
Especially with like newborn, like your natal cases and the pregnancy cases, like it's heavy on them, right? Like,
man.
I have a sister, man. She is like right now close family friend. She is pregnant. She can give birth any day, but the health services is a compromise, don't you think so? Right now,
Okay, home birth, water birth.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot अहिले. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हैन इन्फेक्सन्सहरु भएर कतिजना like a lot of them died because of that.
Kids,
because there's no vehicle transportation छैन नि त अहिले हैन, सबै बन्द छ. So some places are not very close to hospital हैन, and त्यसले अब like there's no transportation, so they not prefer, but the only option was to like give birth at home.
Midwives.
अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इन्फेक्सन रेटहरु धेरै बढेर चाहिँ त्यस्तोहरु भएर a lot of like के रे house births have been resulting in death.
I read like there are measles and all.
Yeah.
I thought we were done with measles already. Right?
There was a new virus which came up recently, no? That's like a rare virus. Like which is like fatal खालको virus के.
But then like, news, man, like.
तर यस्तो like अरु बेला आइरा
news go crazy like.
आइरा हुन्छ कि तर अरु बेला हाम्रो focus like on other things like normal life मा गर्नु distract भइरहन्छ. अहिले चाहिँ अब घरमा बसिरहन्छ न, nothing to do, just scroll गरे and see all these like negative एकदमै टक्सिक न्यूजहरु के हुन्छ नि. अनि फेरि मैले के भन्नु लाग्थे एउटा पोइन्ट हैन. But then
adult beverages may not be
there's this like
involved.
not section but like there's this segment of people who like condemn someone who wants the lockdowns to end के भन्छ नि. Why do you want the lockdown? Do you want people to die? People die every day, man. And then I'm not undermining people who die because of COVID, but then like अरु reason ले गर्दा नि मर्छ नि त मान्छेहरु हैन. And right now that could be another problem because like everyone's inside, everyone's deficient of vitamin D. And last time I saw this this guest that came on
the sun. Speak for yourself.
I'm talking about like general.
I'm just kidding.
And like this person, like she was a certified doctor, and what she said was like there's some research, that supports the evidence that some like COVID victims, like 86% of them were like deficient of vitamin D.
Oh yeah, I heard that too, man.
Right.
But I think just like on to your point, like locking ourselves inside, I don't think that's gonna improve our immunity.
I think in this situation, you brought it on yourself, man. You like, it's your lifestyle also actually. The way you live, the immunity or kamzor also. If you're like fucking fat, like obese and all, you're obviously gonna get fucking that shit.
Just yesterday, I went to run around at Paisi Party, where the urban side ends and the countryside starts, no? So Suprav and myself, we went to jog, we went down deep into the fields, paddy, sun, mustard, todiko, त्यो बारीहरुमा गुट्टैहरु गयो हैन जान्दै थियो and suddenly I realized like त्यहाँको गाउँको मान्छेहरुलाई like so much in the nature and their immunity is so proper हुन्छ नि no one's wearing a mask, no one gives a shit, like everyone's hanging with each other, like there are like people laughing, playing carom, like nothing has happened. I don't see them on their phones.
Or maybe
like going through like the news and panicking and like sharing that panic news with everyone without even checking if it's right. They don't give a shit. They look normal, man. And Suprav and I were running and I was just noticing that. I'm like, life is normal in this area. What's up?
Or maybe they were like less informed.
Yeah, maybe, but no one's died there, right? Right. Another thing. Maybe they have corona, who knows, but nothing has happened. I was like, it felt weird, that's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
And like,
It's like
it just
difficult
super
to-
me with mask running.
It's like difficult to say
Yeah.
को किसले मर्यो अब अहिलेसम्म मरेको कतिजनाहरू अनटेस्ट गरेको पनि निस्केला कोभिड होइन
Huh?
बिकज लाइक टेस्टिङ त बढाएको त अहिले मात्र हो नि त त्यसको अगाडि त मरिरहेको थियो होला नि कतिजना होइन सो आई
So
थिङ्क
guys,
एकदमै तर्साएको जस्तो लाग्यो क्या मान्छेहरूलाई हुन्छ नि एन्ड इट्स लाइक द पिपल हु हेभ द भोइस एबिलिटी टु say things out loud on like social media, internet, whatever, and which is us, होइन people who have that access. हाम्रो चाहिँ अब त्यो सेफ्टी नेट छ नि त बिकज वी हेभ अ हाउस टु स्टे एट हुन्छ नि
With food. on
वी हेभ
time.
फुड अन आवर टेबल छ अनि हाम्रो भोइस मात्रै माथि गएर चाहिँ बट देन देयर आर पिपल हु डोन्ट हेभ एक्सेस टु द इन्टरनेट होइन एन्ड उनीहरूको चाहिँ त्यो सेफ्टी नेट छैन क्या बिकज दे ब्याङ्क अन पिपल लाइक अस टु पर्फर्म लाइक इकोनोमिक एक्टिभिटिज एन्ड देन देल ट्रिकल डाउन उनीहरूको तिर के
I see.
होइन सो लाइक इन अ डे अब लाइक नर्मल डेमा पनि अब हामी बिहान उठ्यो होइन पेट्रोल भरेपछि पेट्रोल पम्प गेट्स मनी है अनि त्यसपछि लाइक मेबी यु गो हेभ लाइक टी अर समथिङ
the
टु अ
driver.
रेस्टुरेन्ट whatever त्यसमा पनि पैसा खर्च हुन्छ सो अनि लाइक यु गेट अ हेयर कट बार्बरले पैसा पाउँछ अनि सानो सानो चिजहरू गर्दा कोल्ड स्टोरले पैसा पाउँछ सो लाइक त्यो यति धेरै फ्लो भएर त्यो सब
sorry.
स्टप
Talking about barbers, they shout out to my barber.
Shout out
हल्का भाइकिङ खालके काटिदिएको नि अब एनिवे सरी त्यस
सो त्यो
If you know to have a haircut, call me, man. I give you the number to my barber. But you gotta come to Jalakal.
सो त्यो सबै एक्टिभिटिजहरू सबै रोकिँदाखेरि चाहिँ अहिले इभन मोर देन अस होइन दे आर लाइक पिपल हु आर लाइक एक्चुली सफरिङ हुन्छ नि नट जस्ट बिकज दे हेभ टु स्टे इनसाइड बट देन दे हेभ टु स्टे इनसाइड हङ्ग्री एन्ड विदाउट एम्प्लोइमेन्ट सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ वाट आई फिल लाइक वेन सम पिपल से लाइक स्टफ हुन्छ नि लाइक किन बाहिर जानु पऱ्यो तिमीहरूलाई मजा मात्रै गर्नु परेको हो कि गर्नु परेको हो बट देन द्याट फिड्स अदर पिपल नि त होइन लाइक he just wants to go out because he wants a haircut. Yeah, I want that. But then I get to pay my barber and he gets to have a days long worth of food on his table.
Yeah, that dude, the guy who was giving me a haircut, he was talking about the loans he took to educate his kid in India, in Pune or somewhere, right? He has to pay that loans. And this shit, he has 2 kids, by the way. It's 2 loans. So,
It's
like,
crazy, man.
it's super heavy on him, you know.
Hey, man, I miss my barber, man. Shout out to Rajendra. Bro, त्यसको पोस्टर चाहिँ यस्तो दामी थियो कि उता मन्डी कटारमा होइन सो माथि त्यसको त्यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई बिलबोर्ड टाइपको के भन्छ पसलको माथि राख्छ नि त्यो बोर्ड
साइनबोर्ड
साइनबोर्डमा चाहिँ होइन नरेन्द्र हेयर कटिङ स्यालुन होइन अनि त्यसपछि ब्राड पिटको फोटो डेभिड बेकमको फोटो अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ ऊ यसरी बसिरहेको चस्मा लगाएर होइन टाइट सर्ट होइन येल्लो कलरको ब्यागी प्यान्ट्स चस्मा लगाएर नरेन्द्र हेयर कटिङ स्यालुन
My barber also has like funny photo collection, man. So my barber just like barber shop is just across the street. अनि त्यहाँ जान्थेँ होइन अनि यस्तो माथि हेरेर थिएँ जायन मलिक थियो क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो थियो होइन अनि बेकेम थियो अनि यस्तो हेरेर त किम जोङ उन किम जोङ उनको फोटो थियो त्यहाँ हाम्रो
ट्यालेन्ट होला नि त
I was like, who the fuck wants to look like a supreme leader?
यस्तो डेक्ची राखेर काट्दिने होला
Style,
I'll send you the video.
fashion don't discriminate.
Damn, man.
Aren't you like allowed like only like 3 or 4 haircuts in South
Yeah.
Korea, North Korea? What the fuck? And that's one of them.
That's the most famous one.
I thought it would be like no one gets to get my haircut खाली त्यस्तो खाली हुन्छ होला भने तान्नु
So guys, the latest challenge to 2020 has thrown us is a new one, the locust swarm.
That's coming to Nepal too.
That's coming to West
Apparently,
Nepal.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Western Nepal होइन
So those swarms have been happening in Haryana, Punjab and Rajasthan and stuff, you know?
That's a big like issue against agriculture, right?
Yeah,
The
man.
crops.
And just recently it's got to Uttar Pradesh also, okay? And we share a board with Uttar Pradesh. So that's like weird also.
उता के अरे पाकिस्तानमा त देयर युजिङ दोज लोकस फर चिकन फिड पो भन्दै छ
Those are the breeding चाहिँ त्यहाँबाट सुरु भएको हो
पाकिस्तानमा
So what they do is like they eat the crops which can feed like 35,000 people in a day, man.
The fuck, man.
They go and they fuck up the crops and they move to the next place, and those guys can fly a long distance. The strong, healthy ones, males. They can fly a long ass distance, and they fucking
eat all the crops.
Eat all the crops, bro.
Everything on the way.
Everything.
Why the fuck are they flying all the time, man?
And these guys are like, they showed off like after a long time, this because my grandmom was telling me, my grandmom's grandmom used to tell the stories about fucking these locals.
Famine हुन्थ्यो नि पहिला त्यस्तो
famine हुन्थ्यो अरे के. My grandmom's grandmom used to tell stories, and
this was the worst thing that can happen to like a farmer or locals.
Yeah, man.
Out of the blue, like you do all the things perfectly, हैन सबै कुरा भयो पानी पनि पर्दियो सबै कुरा भयो अब लास्टमा चाहिँ किरा आएर चाहिँ सकाइदियो. Fuck, man. That's like this lockdown, man. Same thing, हैन
2020
बिचारा like फेरि बारबारकै सिचुएसन लिउँ न हैन वर्षभरि अब कपाल काट्यो सबैजनाको पैसा मजाले कमाइरहेछ लोनहरू तिर्यो लास्टमा कोभिड त्यसको फल्टै छैन बिचारा हैन बट इट्स लाइक लेभल टु द ग्राउन्ड क्या अब एन्ड लाइक देयर इज नो असिस्टेन्स फ्रम द गभर्नमेन्ट cuz fuck you.
Man, even like I think the fitness industry also has taken a hit.
Huge hit, man.
Tourism and fitness industry has taken a huge hit.
I mean, all the industries, man, actually,
no, because fitness is more like contact based, no,
Yeah.
compared to other businesses, you know, where you gotta like come in contact.
I mean,
with,
other
like,
businesses will open up faster than the gyms will open for sure.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
But then like awesome.
But isn't gyms necessary to build your immunity?
Yeah, man, super necessary.
त्यो के आइरोनिक है
Oh.
यो गर्नुपर्ने पर तर यो गर्नलाई त्यो गर्नुपर्छ त्यो चाहिँ गर्न पाउँदैन के गर्ने त्यसले
The lockdown त छ नि like the place where I live, Kathmandu चाहिँ 0 kilometer हो ठ्याक्कै Kathmandu starts from here. अनि हाम्रो मेन नेसनल स्टेडियम हामी यही छ. And fuck, man, आजकल पनि the roads are damn busy, man, during the day. Super busy. यो मेन स्ट्रिट रङ्गशालादेखि त्यो उतासम्म ब्लू बर्डसम्म यस्तो प्याक हुन्छ ब्रो. लाइक I went
हैन यता चेक गर्छ नि त त्यसले गर्दा लाइनले गर्दा होला त्यो.
But yeah, just to end on like a sensitive topic again. They fuck racism, fuck casteism, you know. But in our own way, and we think, you know, what do you say, man?
You know how they can end casteism?
How?
It's my theory, eh? Urbanization.
Okay, to end with, can we end on the budget? You had some say on the budget and how like suddenly the electric cars, the tax tariff on like electric cars, that's like
some to Indian lobby.
I read an article by Nepal Times, and the heading was like Nepal taking 3 steps back, right?
Yeah.
And that's like
That's true, man.
That was like, bro, it's like 5 steps back, like.
That's a
Just explain what happened.
I mean, other countries are like fucking promoting e-cars. They're like giving extra fund so they can like purchase e-cars instead of fucking petrol cars, diesel cars. And
low
Nepal
interest
fucking
rates, like no tariffs, like.
We had like 40% tax on electric cars. That's like fucking graceful for us because we are paying 238% tax for the normal cars, man.
Yeah.
And now with this new bill, they've like made
new budget.
New
What's
budget.
it called? Yeah.
The new fiscal budget of this year.
कति हो चाहिँ
17 kharba 14
I know the percentage
electric cars.
Right now it's like equal to that
238
238 जस्तो लाग्यो.
What the fuck, man? यो कस्टम इन्डियन लबी गरा सिधै भन्नु हैन त it's pretty evident, man, because like let's connect the dots, eh? So electric vehicles को बढ्यो हैन tax, so it's the same as buying a normal petrol vehicle, हैन अहिले इलेक्ट्रिक के अरे भेहिकल्सको लागि we don't have facilities like charging stationहरू जहाँ पाइदै छैन, so we prefer to buy petrol vehicle, हैन and plus it feels अलिकति more like nice as a car, हैन अनि त्यसपछि so it's अब expensive, so we prefer to buy petrol cars, and petrol cars भनेपछि पेट्रोल चाहियो अनि अब इन्डियासँग केही अब पहिला जस्तो प्रब्लम भयो अनि त्यसपछि लकडाउन के अरे ब्लकेटहरू गऱ्यो भने पेट्रोल छैन सो लाइक लोकोमोसन आवर लाइक ट्रान्सपोर्टेसन एभ्रिथिङ इज लाइक डन बट इफ त्यही अनुसारले होइन के अरे इलेक्ट्रिक भेहिकल्सहरूको चाहिँ घटाइदिएको भए 40% पनि घटाइदिएको भए देन वी वुड हेभ मोर इलेक्ट्रिक भेहिकल्स द्याट वे वी कुड एन्ड प्लस वी हेभ लाइक अ लट अफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कमिङ इन होइन
It will be like self-sufficient, man.
So we can power our vehicles also, and then त्यसको लागि अब त्यो भएपछि if we get cut off from India, we don't have to depend on petrol. We can still function, at least transportation. Which is like a
becoming
big
electric,
thing.
right? These days, like cooking,
Yeah,
electricity.
But
so
The way we pay also is electric, man.
That's my theory, man.
and I personally feel.
Is that controversial?
Not really, man. I
Who gives
think
a
that's
shit,
pretty
man?
obvious, man.
Who gives a shit, man? Do you?
I don't give a shit, but I'm just saying, is it controversial or not?
It makes sense to me.
Right?
It's pretty obvious, actually, man.
Right?
Means all the petrol that we like intake right now is from India, man.
My whole issue with me regarding that was it's not even politics, it's not in the money economy, it's about just pollution. Like Kathmandu could use a break.
So I think that vehicles भन्दा पनि I think that's because of त्यो man त्यो mostly is dust त्यो कार्बन मोनोक्साइड भन्दा पनि it's mostly dust cause like यहाँनिर त अब जे पायो त्यही घर बनाइदिन्छ भत्किन्छ प्लस अर्थक्वेक पछि पनि कति होला होइन अनि so there's a lot of dust क्या
Earthquake अगाडि नै यस्तै थियो यार
everything.
but then I think dust चाहिँ धेरै होला कि त्यसमा
Do you think that dust
अनि त्यसलाई अब
helps
त्यो
in building immunity?
it could be
Kathmandu's dust has
man.
helped
think so,
like
man.
It's increased the number of like respiratory diseases in Nepal
yeah.
tuberculosis कि
Yes, yeah man, that's what last time
अनि अर्को एउटा थिङ अस्ति के भयो भन्दा त्यो नेपाल मेडिकल कलेजमा अ डक्टर गट बिटन अप बिकज उसको पेसेन्ट मऱ्यो
के भएर कोभिड
आई डोन्ट नो कोभिड होइन अनि द फ्यामिली मेम्बर्सहरूले अब फ्यामिली मेम्बर्स हो कि अब त्यसको मान्छेहरू जे होस् होइन दे ब्लेम द डक्टर के फर बिङ नेग्लिजेन्ट अब whatever अनि दे बिट हिम अप
but that's not the first time I heard this.
But you
That's
know,
not the first time
you know why they,
but then अब यसले त अरू प्रब्लम्सहरू क्रिएट गर्छ नि त
but you know why they had their opinion? Because some hospitals in Nepal, they were like keeping patients for like no use, man, in the hospital and just like taking a lot of money, charging them. हामी यसको यो टेस्ट गर्दैछ हामी यसको यो टेस्ट गर्दैछ which is like not necessary at all क्या
त्यो but then like अब त्यस्तो भयो भने that's like 1 in a million नि त अनि त्यसलाई केस गर्नु पर्यो
1 in a million that's been so frequently,
Dude,
man.
recently I told you my aunt had like cancer, right?
Okay, अब like 2-3 जना भयो नि त जे होस् होइन अनि त्यो अब like you cannot like condemn the entire
No,
medical
you can't.
society just because of 2-3
Nah,
can't generalize.
I'm not even trying to do that.
होइन
I'm
तर
just
त्यसले
saying-
गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो मेन्टल स्टेट क्रिएट हुन्छ नि त डक्टर दे फियर टु लाइक ट्रिट पिपल नि त होइन
Yeah.
अब आई माइट अब इफ आई फेल आई माइट गेट बिटन अप नि त
Yeah, dude, like,
सो
they should be
त्यसले
charged.
गर्दाखेरि डक्टर्स दे डोन्ट के अरे के भन्छ कमिट टु लाइक ट्रिटिङ एन्ड अल इन्स्टेड दे विल जस्ट रिफर बिकज दे डोन्ट टेक द रिस्क
Dude, it's all dicey, man. We gotta end on that note, man, today. I think so, man.
आई थिङ्क यो चाहिँ अलिकति एड्रेस गर्नुपर्ने प्रब्लम आयो बिकज लाइक अहिले स्पेसली अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा क्या इफ अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा डक्टर्स गेस क्या त
Mustang,
Mustang, man. I think we're good for today.
Mustang.
Cheers. Until next time,
Cheers to
guys.
Sakani.
Adios.
Something
Gandhi.
It's the Guff Guff pass out.